Let's get ourselves live across the board. There we go. Is the tubes working? Let's see, that looks like it is. There, so hello everybody. If you are just joining us, well, we've just started the stream. We are doing a Skywatch tonight. So, it was cloudy last night, but tonight it does look like, touch wood, the weather is in our favour there. So, it's still getting dark, hence the blue there. But as it gets darker there, we are going to see more and more beautiful stars and all the things that the show that space puts on there. But we're going to see more and more anomalies there. So, keep your eyes to the screen. Why have we lost all of the things here? Where is that one? Why is that one not showing? Oh, we've lost all of the overlays, typically. There. It's not one thing, it is t'other, isn't it, there? Let's click a button here, see if that can bring it up. So, tubers, yeah, you've not got the overlays in. Dan is in, Paul is in, and Zen, how are you doing there? Brad, good to see you in on the TikTok there. Thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Thank you there. Mark is in as well there, and Carl, good to see you. Crummy, thank you for the likes there. Appreciate that. It is the likes and shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourself. There you are, Dan. Was you waiting patiently the whole time? I don't know where all the graphics have gone from our YouTube screen tonight. Never buy a Windows computer. They're absolutely bloody awful. That is today's lesson, but at least we are still getting some clear skies there. And Carl, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that, guys. It all goes back into the stream. How you doing there? Is it? I'm gonna get there. I change it every time, don't I? Yeah, Chromie. Karumi? There. One day I'll get it right and I'll stick to a pronunciation there. Grim, how you doing? And Carl coming in with the likes, guys. It is those likes and shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves there. So tonight we're doing a live UFO, a UAP, a Skywatch, and these are the skies live over Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. Lots of weird and wonderful things in these skies. Should we zoom in? We've got some faint ones.
Zoom mode activated.
There we go. Got these two chasing each other right here. Quite faint. Now, that blue sky means there is still daylight there coming around. The sun hasn't gone fully around. It's dark to the eye outside here. But, yeah, this lens is picking up a lot of light, which will help us see those objects there. But at the second, yeah, that daylight is still destroying our night vision a bit. But we can see some movement already there. Now, we've got to keep our eyes on that because it is going to be the strange and anomalous behaviour of those objects that are going to tell us that it is actually something stranger rather than just one of the many, many man-made satellites that are up there. So keep your eyes peeled. Why is that box sitting there as well? That's weird. Oh my god, it's all... Is it that one? No, that's the... Is it that one? No, that's the same one. That one... Alert, is it maybe? Let's get rid of that bloody thing. What is it, technology tonight? Get a clear sky, and then it's all stressful. Amy Lee there, and Chromie as well. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate those. Go back into the stream there. Grim is in as well. It is beautiful tonight. So as the sun moves further around, it's going to get darker. We are going to see more and more stars and more things moving up there. We're going to keep our eyes on the screen there. We're going to pay attention because it takes that last minute change of course, direction there, speed, anything like that will tell us that it is one of the, well, not just one of the many man-made satellites up there, but something a little bit stranger indeed there. So what is that? I think that's Octora is the big bright one in the middle of the screen. So hopefully we're going to get some colour on that one as the daylight fades there. We're going to see some of the colour of those stars because we've been waiting a very long time for a nice clear night. Oh look, there's loads of movement now we're getting on the screen there. Hey. I don't know if you guys can see. Should we zoom in on these two? If I can get over there in time. Get my... No. Now my cursor works. It's one of those nights, guys. Get used to it. I'm going to be swearing a lot there, so we can't zoom in on those ones just yet. Maya, how are you doing? Wrong room over on the tubes. Go there, some sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. What am I thinking? Brain's gone dead. Tonight there, Gaza is in. How are you doing there? So yeah, lots of movement, lovely and clear. Not like last night where we thought it was going to be clear and it wasn't, it was just clouds. So at least tonight it is nice and clear. How you doing, Ginger? UFO in B. Oh, you guys have got the grid. It's the tubes that the grid. No, the grid is the and now the artwork has come back, so the grid will start to appear for you guys on the tube there as that background light goes. The contrast, we'll see that a little bit differently there. It's all kicking in now. Maybe my mouse works there. In B, good at spotting. So I'll when I can respond a bit faster, when all the technology stops breaking, we will zoom it over there. See you on the tubes there, Mao, but good spotting, Ginger. We'll keep our eye. Is my cursor going to come over so I can zoom in? No. So let's manually change it there. So we've got some movement here.
Zoom mode activated.
So we're going to see lots like this tonight there. For us to tell that apart, for us to say that is definitely a UFO rather than one of many man-made objects that are flying around up there, we need to see it do something strange, something a satellite just cannot do there, like stop dead, show off its speed, change its course, its trajectory. Another bit of movement there as well. Doesn't mean that it is not. If it doesn't display those anomalies there, doesn't mean that it is not something anomalous. It just means that we can't say for sure down here with the limited tools that we've got available. So it is the movement there is going to be our slam dunk there. How are we doing, Average? Thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. John is in, and Rio, good to see you there. And Maya, you've made it over to the tubes there. In anticipation, is it Mao, those? So yeah, there we go. We can already see some more stars and more movement there as it is getting darker, but this will go totally black at this screen there with all of the stars around there. So when that happens, hopefully we'll start to see some of the colours of those distant stars. If we get a really clear dark night, it is looking like a sea of gemstones over a black fabric. It's pretty cool. I blame Alan, Mao. It's not us humans there. I am glad to hear it there, Average. Glad to hear it there. Ben, how are you there? Sorry, I fell asleep last night. What did I miss? You missed clouds. Nothing much there. So we are owed this lovely clear night. And I really wasn't sure it was going to be clear. The skies couldn't make up their mind there. So that's why I hesitated. Oh, I thought it was going to be a SETI stream. But no, we've got lucky, guys. We have got lucky, and we've got a clear night. So we're going to make the most of this. We don't know how many more we are going to get as the week rolls ahead there. Lots of rain forecast, lots of movement down here. That's directly, I think, for everybody that is hidden where I'm saying down here. Can I
zoom mode activated.
Zoom in on these ones? Look, we've got 1, 2, 3 moving objects there. But remember, we need to see it do something strange there. Stop dead, change its course, its trajectory, anything like that will tell us it's not one of the many man-made satellites. They're falling into Earth in a bigger circle. They have to follow certain rules there. So they look to us as straight lines and consistent speeds. Any variation from that, and then we may have something more anomalous. And it's worth a closer inspection there. And Ben, thank you
Nom.
for feeding
guys.
Alan. And where are we there? No, you're all chatting amongst that. Is pretty good. And it isn't Alan or Zen. Aliens don't carry the virus. I have tested them both. I know. I'm looking at Zen. Pretty suspect. Gets about on that UFO. So yeah, this is what we're doing tonight, guys. We are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch, and we're just waiting for the sun to disappear around a little bit further. It's gone around for us here on the Earth, but it's not gone around fully, because therefore we're still getting some of that light coming in, causing that blue sky there. Now, as it goes further around, it's going to get darker. We're going to see more and more stars, more and more objects moving, but hopefully some of the colours are there of those stars, because they look absolutely stunning. So I'm feeling lucky for that one. We 10 to 10 now here in the UK. But these are the skies live over Crop Circle country here in the UK. Not too far from Stonehenge, and Glastonbury is in the other direction there. So a very ancient and mystical landscape with a long history of the phenomena. These are the skies to watch there. So if you see anything, I think the grid is starting to show across all the platforms there. So do let us know if you spot something there. And the real anomalous ones, for catch it in time, I'm going to zoom right in on those there. Flashing and coloration can be interesting as well. And stress eating Jaffa cakes. That's what I do, Mao. I need like a long tube though, how stressed I get. It couldn't have been Zen or Alan there. They've been in the pod. They've been hotboxing the escape pod, have they, Mao? So this is what we're doing. Can I get my cursor over there? Is it going to work? No, it's still having a sulk tonight. It is, everything's playing up on the Windows computer that we're using to stream. Lots of more stars coming out. Haven't got movement at the second. Oh no, we do, right down the bottom here. Right down here, just about to come off of the screen there. Again, not doing anything unexpected just yet, so let us sit back. Oh, that's a nice bright one. There we go. Look, this is what I'm talking about here. Nice and big and bright and fast there. Oh, was a faint one just going above it there. So this is the thing that as I zoom out, you need to keep your eyes on that there. If I could zoom out in a roughly straight line, there it is. And keep your eyes on it there. We're looking for it to do something anomalous. Stop dead, change course, trajectory, change speed, anything like that that will help us to identify it as not one of the many, many man-made objects flying around up there. Might end up falling asleep there mid-stream. It's going to be difficult with the amount of swearing that I'm doing, everything going wrong, Ben. But you're welcome to try. And where is your space husband, Raph? I know he's been slacking. He was in last night for a bit, wasn't he, there? I need to be stopped to stress eating. There is no stopping the stress eating there. Got another little faint movement here, so you've got to follow them. Got to keep our eyes on the skies. Another faint one over there. You know what? We'll get Raph in once we turn the tracker on. That will get Raph in. I'm just going to turn up the brightness a touch. There we go. I'm starting to get some orange from some of these star colours there. I think that one is Octorus there. So distant stars are there. And Tobbs, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? And guys, if you are new here, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from tonight there. If you've ever had an experience with the phenomena, do let us know. They would love to hear about that whilst we're waiting for the action to happen on the screen there. But also, yeah, give us a follow, subscribe, because we do this pretty much every night. If it's a clear sky, it's this. The UFO UAP Skywatch, right from the heart of Crop Circle country. If it's a cloudy night, as often happens here in the UK, we do an alien radio signal hunt there, kind of like the film Contact, listening out, hoping to hear an anomalous signal, potentially from a distant civilization there. But I see all the hearts and all of that there. It is those likes and those shares, guys, that you guys tapping away, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves there. You never know who's going to come in and what experience with the phenomena they are going to share. So that is my favourite part. We meet new people, we hear new encounters with the phenomena there. And Chris there, hi, do you think we'll get any kind of disclosure? It's a good question. I don't know if I'm getting a bit carried away, but it really, really does feel like we are on the cusp. And I know we've heard it all before, but arguably it has changed. We are getting more official forms of recognition, more and more people in official capacities publicly talking about it. So we're kind of working our way there. I think disclosure, for me, needs to be more than just, oh, we don't know, but there's something going on, because they've basically said that. Oh, that's a bright one. Look at that one flare. Right the way down to nothing there. Should we try and zoom in on that one? If I can. Oh, no, it's going. There you go. It's just there. Very, very faint now. So what is probably happening with that one? Again, most of these are going to be man-made satellites. Till we see it do something strange there, it's hard for us to tell. It's gone quite faint. So that's probably just perfectly reached that point in its orbit there, just to catch the sun's reflection back down to us there. Ooh. So keep your eyes there. That was interesting. Good distraction. But I do think we could be close. At some point it will tip over that line, and it does feel like we could very much be close to that soon. It wouldn't shock you that it does feel like it there. Vinny's in as well. How are you doing there? And Matt there, long time no see. You haven't been in ages. How have you been, Matt? Have you been up to some wonderful things? Good to see you. You picked a good time. We are starting to get some really clear but active skies back there. Got locked out of your account there and had to make... Oh, God. The fear of that is real. And yeah, tech support never helps you with that, do they there? But good to see you. How have you been? So yeah, we're getting there. The sky is getting darker there, and the more that the sun moves around, the more we are going to see not only the stars, but also those objects up there in sort of low Earth orbit, mid-Earth orbit there, for us to analyse as they come through there. And then also seems pastors across the states are being briefed there on what to prepare for there. And I find it ominous. It does feel very ominous. Now, there's so many questions around that. That is something that I do find interesting. Now, is this not a renegade group there? Because apparently it's officials in certain power there. Are they making their own interpretations around these things, from their religious perspective? They're going, right, well, we need to say this, we need to do this for our own community there. Maybe they're getting a bit excited, a bit ahead of themselves.
Zoom mode activated.
Or is it, is it reflective of what is about to happen, what is about to be disclosed? Because, yeah, I don't think, oh, there's aliens out there, maybe even, Bob from Alpha Centauri, if he's visiting us, that in of itself isn't enough, I would have thought, there to cause any worry to religion. But if what they're saying is true there, which is we are their the product of their experimentations, if they created us and all that, then no wonder that is gonna be true. Now, I don't know how I don't trust anybody by default. Right, there you go. Follow it, keep your eyes on it, guys. We need to see if it does anything strange there. Oh, that's a nice big bright one too. I don't trust anybody, so even if an incredibly intelligent being came down and told me how it was, I'd be like, okay, that's interesting, but I'm not going to take your word for it necessarily there, because how would we know, especially if they are so much more advanced than us there, how are we going to know if they are manipulating us? They're pulling some sort of game with us there, so I think we should always take it on board. But I mean, I don't know, I don't trust anyone there. How about you guys? Would you be more inclined, because if they're visiting us, they're obviously more intelligent, or they're definitely more advanced than we are there. So does that mean truth? Does that mean whatever it is there, then we need to just listen? I've lost my... Thank you, Matt. I don't think I have. I think I'll probably put it on. I've cut my hair. I always seem slimmer when I cut my hair. But thank you there. And the alien situation is crazy. There is something going... There really is something going on at the minute, isn't there? And thank you for the follow again. There. They had a massive meeting in London yesterday, Brad. Well, that is perfectly timed, isn't it? With what we were told, that there would be an announcement around now. Literally, we could be on the cusp of everything changing. How do you... And I've often wondered, how does this stream change when that is official? There's definitely going to be some conversations around believing the specifics. GWAC, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. All goes back in. And I've heard that they are interdimensional beings there, and they have said stuff about Jesus there. I'm skeptic. I mean, there are so many layers there. Like, do we trust them? What's their motivation? Might be true, but do we trust them? Do we trust the interpretation of the people relaying that? Now, have they been told this, or is this just what we're doing our best to understand what their message may be? Have we got that right? Has somebody in the chain got an agenda that's pointing at somebody? There's still so many steps, we're away from the root of it there. And Dave's there. What's your flat earth views there, if you have any? So it's not a way that I lean at the minute. But, I mean, everybody is more than welcome to their own opinions with these things there. I've not been sold yet, but I'm interested there. Yeah, it's not a way that I've leaned currently there, but you never know. You never know there. And not only there, I just don't want to pay my council tax anymore. That and the rest of them. What if... I've got a feeling that if you listen to the actual encounters with pretty much most alien beings there, unless they're like outright nasty buggers, then they are very bureaucratic. They're all very official, follow process and things like that. So I think, if anything, we're getting more taxes from the Greys. There, and Grim, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Back into the stream, helping us improve what we do there. Oscar, how are you doing there? And X there, Sam, it was a senior interpreting it to six pastors. Senator, sorry, interpreting it to six pastors. So this is the problem, isn't it? There are many steps in that chain. Think of how science will have to... They'll have to convey what is objective fact, that's a bright one, to other scientists. They have to convey an information in like an academic paper this thick with all of the results and the working out, just to eliminate the difficulty with interpretation there. So I think there's always room. So I definitely think there is something going on, something that is very, very interesting there. But would I take them literally, though? Or X, does that feel to you? Does you feel, no, that's coming from a credible source? So, so you're willing to take it as is or not? Let us know on that one. Now, this is a nice, bright one there, travelling away. We still need to see it do something strange there, to deviate from that straight trajectory, to stop dead, to change its course, its speed, anything like that. If we turn up the brightness a touch, now we can bring the tracker on. Look, so many more stars. Right, cover your eyes for a second. I'm just swapping my tabs over, getting the tracker on. There we go. All right, bring that one in. Let's get the old tracker going as well. See if it wants to play ball as well tonight, if we're going to get more issues. Is it going to track that nice big bright one? Yes, there it... Oh, how did it lose that? Stupid thing. Anyway, let's get back over to the chat. Where did we get to? And man, I spent years studying the historical Jesus at uni, and I'm skeptical about anyone who claims anything. This is the thing, isn't it? I'm skeptical of everybody. Like, I think even with the raw facts, there's still so much room. You see it in science all the time, therefore, misinterpretation there. I mean, only some of it has to be true, though. We don't have to get it 100%, do we, though? If big bad aliens are on their way to end the experiment, we don't need to know how fast their ship goes. It's all doom and gloom in the end, isn't it? There, as a society there, and humans, we were born free there, but they want us controlled. See, so you're a little bit like, not necessarily I was going to say skeptical, but you know that might still fit in line with the narrative there from the priests and that. You know, I think, yeah. I could see that one. Whether our interpretations of the specific motives are correct, I don't know. But I definitely could see basically that as an outcome there. Oh, lots of movement on the screen there. I believe in God, and if these beings claimed that they made us there, I wouldn't take their word for it. I wouldn't take the word. I mean, I superior think. I mean, we can manipulate genes and stuff now, so I don't think it's impossible for another being to do it there. But that top level overarching master of the universe, it'd take me a lot, I think, there. I already believe in an interdimensional thing. I've seen them when I astral travel. I mean, dimensionality, I definitely agree there could be something to it there. Raf's favourite part of the stream is live. We've got the Raf 5000 on. We'll see if Raf is in now. Raf has actually come in. As soon as we put the tracker on, his tracker sense goes. He loves it there. He drops the Frey Bentos and cops onto the streams. Let me scroll through. Let me see where we got in the chat there. There's Raf. There he is there. And Paul, Senator Anna Paulina Luna there is definitely trying to get to the top and bottom of disclosure. Well, at least somebody is now. This is the thing, you know, it's a different day that we're having those conversations now by so many senior people there in those positions. Humans are the only living beings on this planet that have to pay to exist. So they have to pay money, but it's a human, you know, invention there. So this is where, because I hear this a few times, sort of thing. But there is no utopia. An animal has to hunt for its food. They have to find their own shelter and things like that. Money is just a way that we can work at scale there. So I don't see that in of itself as a different sort of a contradiction against nature. Not that it isn't a pain. Yeah, well, it'd be a bit weird seeing a lion popping down the dole office, wouldn't it? They'd get it. They'll be giving it work placement, wouldn't they? There. Where are we? There. Having the chat. And Willow is in. How are you doing? Good to see you there. And where are we? Through into the chat. Men in Black are real. Now, they might very well be. There's lots of potential outfits that could be the case with those sorts of things there. Well, hopefully not there, Willow. But this is the thing. We will prevail. That is something that we forget, isn't it, in our modern day there, that no matter every challenge that our species has faced, we have survived there. So doesn't mean it won't come at a price there, but ultimately this is the thing that we don't hear in the news, and I think it needs to go hand in hand with every threat that we do see that comes up in the world, which is we'll survive, we'll get there, we'll figure it out. That is what we do as humanity. We objectively resolve issues over time. And how you doing, Mr. Muzungu there? And good evening there. Watching from a light polluted Bristol. We're not too far, we're pointing directly at your way. God, there's so much movement on the screen there. So if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. We're currently live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So keep your eye on the screen, look out for all of those moving objects and follow them with your eyes. We need to see them do something strange, something that a satellite there cannot do, which is stop dead, shoot off at speed, change its course, its trajectory, anything like that. And we know we've got something a little bit more anomalous there, and we're going to zoom in on the good stuff there. But in the meantime, say hello in the chat and let us know where you're watching from there. Dave as well, Dave's Away Days, thank you for the gifts, appreciate that. All goes back in, same as the super chats and the members and all that sort of stuff as well there. But yeah, let's see where we are. Say hello in the chat there as well. And Willow there, I've met a Man in Black a few years ago there in my home, and I'll never forget it. It's exactly how they describe. So I've heard a few different versions. Like there is this Men in Black as in a sort of government agency, you know, but human, running around trying to keep the lid on these things. But then I've also heard about this more, not quite paranormal, but you know, alien. There's something weird about them there. Which one was your experience there, Willow? And we had somebody locally here as well that had the more man-made equivalent of that. Their father, they came into the chat to share this one. This is a military town, a big spate of sightings in the 60s and 70s that apparently their father witnessed something along those lines and remember the military coming around and basically telling you did not see anything. Very threatening and very scary, they said, which definitely understandable there. It was doing readings at the time there. It wasn't long after I saw the metal sphere in the dining room. Very interesting on that one. You may have many years ago, Mayor. And yeah, follow with your eyes and don't reply on this on the wacky tracker. Don't rely on the wacky tracker. I think Raph is right there. It's very much learning. I haven't had many opportunities to teach it there. And then I came across a claim that our genome is a genetic splicing operation of 61 identical protein edits throughout the last several thousand years there. We've been cut down to edible size. I like the interpretation of edible size. I mean, I'm very open to there being some form of manipulation in our development there. And X, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate those. Going back into the stream. Let me catch up. Where did we get to in the chute? That's a fast one coming down. The tracker's got that one at the second. I will speak to soon. Let's have a look. Yeah, lost it. And Ben there, Rat's favourite part. Yeah, exactly. And Adam there, the screen is very blue tonight. Is this the filter? So, no, this is what's happening. Good eyes. Is basically the sun just hasn't gone round fully yet. So it's very dark for us here. Outside it's pitch black for me. But because the sun hasn't really fully gone round. So there's a lot more light still about. But our eyes just don't really detect it there. But the lens letting in a lot of light is still detecting the remaining daylight. So that should go very, very like a dark black soon. And then we're going to see more and more of those distant, fainter stars, but also more of these objects there. Good spotting. And TikTok, sorry. I think falling angels is the description of a landing craft in ancient, but I could totally see that is how they interpret it. Because this is the thing, guys. We've said it 1,000 times. We do not visually understand what our senses are bringing in. We have to filter it through something we do understand. It's always a comparison, you know. It's always through that, as people say, cultural lens. And it's true there. The things that people think are possible, then they can start to see them. If they don't think they're possible, they won't put it under that category. So definitely in those more religious times there, a bit more connected to nature, the folklore, all rings are very, very true there. And my worry is they assume these beings are being truthful and there is no guarantee. So that is very true. Like I wouldn't want to be one of these people that's gun-ho, because you don't know. But also, I do not think by any means that should be the default position there. Like, so Stephen Greer saying, look, they're all very good and they only want the best for us. I'm like, how do you know? You know, and there are groups of people out there that will just see people with authority as always being good, always being bad. So we have to hold it open there. We wouldn't want to, you know, do anything that was negative, you know, without sort of just cause or action there. But yeah, I don't think we could assume there. And at the end, if they are far more intelligent than us, if they are far more advanced, then for us to even be able to tell, to be able to detect deception at that level is going to be very, very difficult there. And they could be manipulated. They very well could. Luna's controlled there. She knows the truth. She heard and saw it in a skiff. Well, I think there's going to be, there are going to be levels of effectiveness, isn't there, within these things there, depending how much somebody's got on them, you know? And money is a crowd control. It is in the flip of it, but it is also the reverse of it as well. It's like one of these, it's a technology. It's got good and bad to it, so they can manipulate it, they can control it. But you try bartering over large scales there. It's very, very difficult. And X there, I can literally introduce you to an ex-Special Forces who hunted aliens for the US government there. So very interesting. With the guys like that there, like, how many do you think, because this has been the things that I've always been curious, you know, like how many people would need to be exposed to this for the secrecy to just operate, whether it's reverse engineering, whether it is like sort of a counter maneuver there to try and prevent abductions or something, whatever that is, that's going to take people. How many people do you think overall there, X, have been exposed to the truth around the matter there? And Bags is in. Any news on Atlas there? Not really at the minute. There was something the other day that I thought, next time somebody asks, and I've totally forgotten it there. Oh, Angela on my friends list, and her dad and gran were part of Project Stargate and Sun Street. They're very, very cool there. Angela cannot leave the US, or they will do her for treason. That's no good. It reminds me of what's the Scottish hacker there that had a similar issue there. UFOs on the base at Wright Patterson in 2016, and. Hello, how are you? Sorry, I left. No worries, username there, Powercut. Honestly, you're just didn't miss anything other than clouds there. Good to see you in, though. How you doing, Kate, there? The stars came out after all. They very much did. You'll be glad to know, Kate, that all of the technology is still playing up from last night. Work missions hunting beings there. Very interesting. I mean, like, imagine how many crews of people do they have doing that? Because then you can extrapolate, can't you? How much activity there must be if they're apportioning that much manpower to it. I find those things really, really interesting, and it's how MK Ultra got discovered, wasn't it? It was that there was the financial records. The tax man always keeps the financial records, and then that shot him in the foot. Didn't it there? So I think it's all these adjacent things that can help us prove the case there. All right, they're just being self-destructive and eating chips, cheese, and gravy. Oh my god, that's full on, Kate. That is full. That's not like a little like how self-destructive, Alan. I remember the Rothschild family who monitors me online monthly. Wasn't there one of the Rothschilds that was actually meant to be pro this, and they were with old Stephen Greer, weren't they, funding him in the early days or something? Apparently pro all of that there. Where are we? Back to the tubers. Oh, you've only told a few people. I understand that, Willa, because I think this is the thing: is how many people in your day-to-day life, aren't just going to give you sideways looks. A lot of people just have no personal frame of reference for the phenomena like this, so they need. Until they've had an experience there, I don't think that they are fully ready for it. And I came across a claim that our gene. Oh no, I did that one. I must have missed the past one. He's walking your dog, and a man in black suit was standing outside his car. I was on the meadows. Interesting. Was he very strangely acting there? 45 watching and 12 likes. It's shameful, Raf. It is very, very shameful. Thank you. But guys, yeah, it is those likes and shares that really do help us reach more people like yourselves. You never know who's going to come in and what experience that they are going to share with us and about the phenomena. Maybe it is, a direct experience, or it could be their personal skills. Maybe it's their career in life that can help us understand a little bit more about what is going on, our place within the universe, and all of that. So look at the beautiful, beautiful stars now. We're getting some coloration there, but lots of movement. So keep your eyes on one of those moving objects on the screen. We only need one to stop dead, to change its course or speed there, to tell us that it is not one of the many, many man-made satellites up there. We'll zoom in on the good stuff there. We've definitely had a DNA upgrade there in the Awakening people. And Jamesy there, A1 and 2 there, some sort of satellites that look like they had a trouser. Oh, damn it, I missed those ones. Good spotting, Jamesy. So far behind in the message. Now the contrast is better on the big screen. I should be able to keep a closer eye, but keep up the good spotting. And where are we? God, sorry guys, I'm a few messages behind, so I've got to scroll up to find out where I are there. Oh, hey, TikTok Ben, you got beef, yeah? Raf starting there, Ben. What's shameful is that my husband, Raf, hasn't made me a hot chocolate. You're already in the doghouse there, Raf. I think the men in black are trying to intimidate us there, to check us. We are light workers. I think, that is definitely going to be the case now. Even from a not civilian point of view, but from a human point of view, military organisations want to keep these things quiet. I think they're definitely very, very plausible there. You missed your own wedding there, Raf. There, can't live without hot chocolate. There and calm there. Oh, hey, a flashing one that came down from 3 box D to C to B and to A there. Oh, good spot in there. Where are we? Let's have a look on those ones. I'll keep an eye out, see if we can catch those ones again there. Let's get a hydration reminder, thank you. And where are we? The energy of the man in black was very odd, like insects crawling all over him. And he walked away from my house, no car, and disappeared there. I was frozen with fear, but calm, just looking into myself. Now that isn't like, you know, the human men in black, is it there? That is definitely a little bit of the weirder side. So part of like the alien, so the alien phenomena, if that's, you know, the case, that they are working a bit with us. Or they're not full on disclosure there, because they haven't gone, look, I'm an alien, I'm all powerful. You know, they've tried to, you know, blend in a little bit. And Raf says that you're not allowed none of that stuff there, Kate. Oh, hey. That was a good one. That was a nice, cool shooting star, wasn't it there? Let's clip that one. Oh. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Let's take you back to the... Is it that one? There we go. Sorry. Pressed the wrong button there. That was a pretty cool one. Right, back over to the TikTok. Let's see where we got to in the chat. Trump level self-destructive, and I'm owning it there. Are you going to get the hairpiece like him? Okay. And Paula, thank you for the shares. Again, it is the likes and shares, guys, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. But if you are new here, we are doing a live UFO, a UAP Skywatch tonight there. And we're coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country, and just down the road from Stonehenge. So let's keep our eyes out for the strange and anomalous. We're going to see lots of movement, lots of man-made satellites flying around there tonight. But we need to see them do something strange, something a satellite just can't do, like stop dead, change course trajectory, move off at speed, anything like that will tell us it is something a little bit more interesting there. Both Illuminati contact me and the Templars there. And Matt as well, does anyone think aliens walk among us there? And who knows what tech they have to disguise themselves? There's an element of plausibility to it there. It's not something that I've seen direct evidence of, but a lot of people do claim to have had it there. But yeah, there's no reason why they wouldn't try and integrate to whatever their purpose may be. And Adam there, was there any news going around when the moon mission happened? Ooh. A lot of it was just focusing on the moon itself there. And Paula there, what are their moving stars? Brilliant question. So a lot of what we're going to see tonight are going to be these man-made satellites. There are 15,000 or so of them up there.
Zoom mode activated.
Zoom into this one. All flying around, doing their big circles around the planet. Now, to us, that big circle will look like a straight line, and it'll be a consistent speed, but they're reflecting the last of the sun's light back and bouncing that down to us here on Earth there. Now, ET flying around up there as well is going to look pretty similar there. The only way we're going to tell is if ET realizes he's left his keys at home, right over the camera, and does an interstellar handbrake turn. Something like that will be able to separate the two for us nice and clearly. But also flashing, things like that will definitely be can be very anomalous there, so we need to keep your eyes out there for the strange and anomalous there. But lots of movement, you've got to keep your eyes on it, because it can happen even if they've gone across the screen very straight and steady. It could just be at the last second there. That strangeness happens. And loads of movement tonight there. My eyes can't keep up. Yeah, the tracker doesn't seem to be slacking. I've got to go out and play with the camera settings, because this is very dark, so something's being a bit weird here. So I'm going to have to go outside in a second to that one. And Kate, someone forgot my DNA upgrade. Can't be fast-tracked. Well, if you're lucky, that's the upgrade. It's the DLC package, Kate. And the Nordics are higher dimensional, so can speak through telepathy there. And Matt says, well, I remember meeting a random girl who came up to me and had the strangest eyes there. Felt very uncomfortable. So it possibly is maybe little traits like that are going to be give away the game, so to speak. There was it Billy Corgan, somebody, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins there, he basically claimed that he laid with a woman, and in the act, or I think just afterwards maybe, he just caught a glimpse, and it was full-on reptilian. And he's not at all down this rabbit hole at all, but was like, that's an experience. Apparently it happened twice with the same person. And so he's like, something's going on there. Part of UK disclosure, and also help light workers with different abilities. Oh, that is a nice blue one. Can we zoom in time to that one? Come on, mouse. Get your finger out. Right.
Zoom mode activated.
Look at the difference in some of these now. How blue that one is there. The tracker's got it. There is a clear difference in the light being reflected off of these things. So this is reflected light. If it's a satellite, it is just reflected light. They don't have headlights on them. They're not emitting light like a bulb. They are just bouncing that sunlight back to us there. Oh, look, the tracking alignment is slightly off, so at some point it will lose it there. It's not doing too badly at the second. There we go. But yeah, keep your eyes on it there. Nice and big glow to that one, especially compared to this one here. I think how blue that last one was. This is nice clear white there. There is something very, very different about those. Now, where did I get to in the chat? Where is it? God, sorry guys, trying to catch up here. And Raf slacking there. Get the lady a hot chocolate, Kate says, Raf. And Matt there, I had to get away from her. Possibly pressing on those deep inbuilt reflexes there to keep us safe. I often wonder there, like, is there anything in us that, you know, from back in the day there, a reason why we sense certain things as, you know, intuitively dangerous there? What presented that way in the past to encode that information through evolution? And Gon, how are you doing there? And 2 friends can request orbs. Now that would be a very good skill there. One of my friends gets abducted most weeks. That I wouldn't like, even if they were friendly. Like, I like in control there. And Brad there, how are you doing? Tapping is clapping and sharing is caring there and gifting is lift. Thank you, Brad. Do appreciate that as well. And Rio Flash in C3. I'm behind on that one, but right, that's C3 is where the big bright one is on screen at the minute. See if we can see again, because again, a flash from the same spot over a period of time can be very, very, very anomalous there. Kate says, tell it to future me, Raf. She'll listen to you probably. And Dominico, how are you doing? Good to see you. I have a friend from Skinwalker Ranch there who is a medium and has telekinesis abilities there. Honestly, I do think it's probably one of these skills that we have vestigially there. And it's all what do you call it there? Yet to be uncovered there. Yeah. And Frog, how you doing there? Good evening. And yeah, it's all good there. He's a rock star. He probably has a cocktail. Well, I've heard that he wasn't. He was sober at this point in his life, because that was my first thought there as well. And Aware as well, my best mate and his dad shape-shifted in their living room when I was about 13 years old. Very interesting. What sort of... So, I mean, I've got so many questions. Aware, that is really, really... I was going to say cool, but maybe not for you at the time there. So is that somebody you still contact with? Are there any other clues that might be something going on around that one? And what shape? Was it just like a distortion to the human form there? Or was it clearly another sort of truth to it there? And Oscar there, been working on our Kerbal save there. Have a base foundation for the space station. I love the sound of that one, Oscar. I'll be able to finish it tomorrow. I need to get you that save file there. And Punisher, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow there. And guys, if you are new here, do say hello in the chat. It's going to take me a minute to get to you there, but I do want to hear from everybody. In fact, I'm actually going to pause where I am in the chat, so hopefully I won't miss too many people. I'm going to go play with the camera settings, and I want to make sure we're not missing out on any activity there, so I need to make this just a touch brighter. I'd leave you with Alan, but he's not to be trusted. He's in the doghouse today, so bear with me. It's a touch brighter. We're seeing a few more stars and a little bit of colour pop through there. Anything more than that, I think it gets a bit distorted. Anyway, where did I get to in the chat there? Aware that I lost about 20 minutes in the end there and had it erased from my memory. So, you didn't remember for a while ago. How did it come back? Was it one of those regressions that brought it back there? Brilliant. Thank you for sharing the story. This is what I love about these platforms this is how we share the information, how we all learn a little bit more about the phenomena. That's a nice orange one coming across the screen. Can I catch it in time?
Zoom mode activated.
There we go. Again, a little bit of an orange coloration to this one. Now, orange is interesting because they do theorize that warp drive, how the craft may work, could basically coat the craft in ionized plasma, which to us would appear to be basically a glowing orange. There, that one wasn't quite as orange as I'd expect for that, but still quite interesting, especially when you compare it to just all of the other ones there. The skies are absolutely alive to a night there. Where are we? Let me see where we got to in the chat. I know there's a few messages up. There we are. Anyone who wishes to talk about light work, there's our sightings there. Yeah, add Agent X there, because I don't know much about that side of things yet. Matt, there are these beings from other worlds or other dimensions. So, both could be true. I would imagine that the universe is diverse, and we know that we occupy a planet around a star, so there's going to be other life that does that, so that's going to be the obvious one. Now, dimensions are other dimensions are heavily theorized. In fact, string theory predicts, I think, 10 spatial dimensions. We operate in 3. So dimensions could well be the case, but remember, we're not going to see, we will never be able to, if they are other dimensional beings, we're not going to be able to see them. We'll only be able to see parts of them that interact with the 3 dimensions that we see. Like, you know, a dimension isn't something you just disappear into and come back out of. These are ways that you interact into the same space. So, or technically true there. So I don't think they're going to be like, they're going to look like the Greys and then just disappear into another dimension there. I think dimensionality could well be it, but maybe we're only able to perceive certain parts of them there. And where are we? Let's scroll through there. Oh, jumped ahead of me again there. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone there. And gee, they're getting delivered tomorrow there, unfortunately, to my old man. So I have to get it on Sunday. Oh, is that the projector there, G-Wack? And aware there, the reptilian. Oh, so their form was reptilian and, well, unfriendly there. My memories of it's only returned in later life now, 56 now. Do you know what happened to this friend there? Is there any other signs that could point to that as well? I mean, it could be interesting. Oh, that's an orange one in the middle of the screen there. I mean, to have an experience like that, though, I'm not sure how I would feel. Because in some ways that is direct personal confirmation, isn't it? There, I think you're going to be pretty convinced because you've had that experience personally. And that's something I really, really, really crave, but then also does sound a bit scary there. And Leanne coming in with the gifts, thank you for those. GWAC as well, and other ones from Leanne, appreciate that. All goes back into the stream. That it was the projector there at GWAC. And Kate as well. Alan's whispering his bad influences to the chat there. He's using his telepathy. There, the voices are not your friend. It's Alan. Alan's trying to smuggle his contraband. I don't want to know where he smuggles it. There, GWAC coming in with the shares, because it is those likes and shares. It's how we meet everyone. It's how we hear all of the accounts and our knowledge of the phenomena ever improved. Now, that is a real orange one. Am I going to catch that in time? Come on, guys.
Zoom mode activated.
See, look how distinctly orange that one is. That's not just a shade out. That is very, very orange. Very, very interesting. Look at the contrast against the night sky there compared to some of the others. Again, is that ionized plasma that we're seeing there from a warp drive being used? I mean, especially as we can... Oh, has this got a green? No, look, compared to that... Well, that did have a bit of green. That's pretty atmospheric interaction for the green there. But there's some distinct colours out tonight there. And the tracking, as you can see, is still not doing a very, very good job. I just want to know the truth there. And Trump tells us, whatever the truth is, even if it's bad news, guys, we need to know. We need to know to adjust. Whatever our reality is our reality there. And best that we are informed and can adjust to it there. And I've documented so many of my astral travels now there. I also teach people how to control dreams, etc. It's a very interesting, I dabbled actually in that sort of stuff when I was much, much, much younger. Didn't get very far. But you'd wonder how that's going to play into the modern consciousness psionic world there. Is it all exactly the same thing or different flavours there? And Paul, how are you doing? Good to see you there. And GWAC, I think you caught the one in D4 along with us there. Good spot in there. And how you doing, Freeman? And Frog as well. It's cool. Honestly, I think the night sky is so cool. Just look how busy it is tonight. All different brightnesses there. A number of different speeds, different shapes. I mean, we are just seeing the lights. The shape's a bit of a stretch on that one, but different colours as well. And that is what I find really, really interesting there. All of those different, distinct colours. Because these objects that are up there are meant to just be man-made satellites there. They are reflecting the sun's light back for us there. Because it's gone round for us on the surface, but those things that are off of the surface have still got a direct line of sight to the sun, can reflect it down. That is how we're able to see them. But, you know, they're not emitting light. It's not a light bulb. So how do we get such distinct colours coming from them there? And Cub there, thank you for the follow. And Michael as well, thank you for the follow, guys. Do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. But if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. And we're currently live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge there. You got about 40 minutes there, Kate. Not doing too badly there. And Davey there, 2020, a lightning strikes in East UK there at 10:30. Did anyone see a thing there? I'll disclose. Oh, no, I don't know that one. And there are different beings and creatures who can shapeshift there. What are they? So the reptilians I've heard a lot about, but there are other ones. And is it that they're actually changing shape, or is it that they're just able to control our perception to a degree, or at least hijack that mechanism? Because, you know, we tend to think about our vision that, you know, we're looking from behind a window inside our head here. We're looking out this window onto the real objective world. But what we're really doing is we're watching a TV screen, and there can be lots of things that get in the way from the source of the signal, what is out there in the real world being filtered through from us there. Lots of things can be manipulated there. And Leanne Sender Portal, thank you for those. And John there, are they stars that are moving? So, excuse me, that's a good question there, John. So what we're seeing moving now is mostly man-made satellites. I think Starlink, communication satellites, spy satellites, all that sort of stuff there. But what we're looking for are the ones that look very, very similar to that, except for they stop dead. They change their course, their speed, you know, the interstellar handbrake turn, if you will, maybe zigzag across the screen there. Because if they do anything like that, then they're definitely not a man-made satellite. It's going to be quite hard to tell, though, until they do something strange like that. Because any object that's flying around up there, the fastest path between 2 points is a straight line. So again, it's going to look the same to us. We have to hold out for that anomalous behaviour there. And Kate,
nom nom nom.
Thank you for feeding Alan there. Everyone, aliens are us from the future they're visiting for history, which would explain why they have reportedly been reasonably hands-off. Maybe that is the truth. And evolutionary speaking, you know, the Greys at the very least, yeah, do match us on these current evolutionary trends there. And is this and GWAC there? Thank you for the gifts and feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom.
So it all goes back into the stream there. Members and whatnot too. They're all helping us improve on what we do. And where is... Sorry, guys, it keeps scrolling ahead on me. So I can't catch up with the damn chat. We'll find where we are in a second. Oh, the bane of my life there we go. And Ian there, and you ever thought of doing night sky gathering? So at some point, Ian, we do want to do it possibly over this summer. We're going to try and align it for Alan's birthday, and maybe do something. But you know what the weather's like. We'd plan something, and then, you know, the weather would be awful for us. No, in our luck there. There's Zoomy satellites. Lots of them are. And Paul there. New series of Skinwalker Ranch starts in... It's only 2 weeks away. I'm still not caught up with there. Leanne coming in with the shares. It is the likes and shares, guys, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves. And again, the more eyes and minds on the odd phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. Debstar is in. And Matt there. So, based on string theory there, these beings could be next to us, and we would never know. So technically, yeah, like dimensions are really, really weird. I mean, string theory, depending which flavor of string theory, will tell you how many, but the current version, I think, or the most agreed upon, and again, I think string theory is very, very wrong, but by string theory, 10 spatial dimensions, 1 temporal, so time moving forward. But the 3 that we operate in is forwards, backwards, up and down, and left and right there. So you've got to imagine that there's another dimension, but we can never perceive it, is the thing. String theorists think that those dimensions are going to be like macroscopically tiny, and that's why we have never detected them yet, but they could be very, very wrong on it there. And where there, I have hundreds of anecdotes there, thinking of writing a book. I think that would be very, very interesting if you did. They would love to keep hearing more of them, though, if you're willing to share them there. And I may visit Skinwalker Ranch in Colorado next year there, all being well there, 2 places. I'm thinking of meeting natives there. That would be quite the experience, wouldn't it, going there? Oh, night, G-Wack. We'll catch you later on there. Thanks for joining us. And gone, how long is Trump in office for then? He definitely won't tell us. I have no idea there, but I think he's probably going to be most likely to. He's got the most incentive for a distraction at the minute, hasn't he? There. And been doing some reading at the... Was it? Wait a minute, who did I just say goodbye to? Oh, and I've been doing some reading at Open Circles there. Drained me a lot, and not done one for 5 years. I can imagine they very much would be. And they assume our appearance and are here for the human experience. I wonder what about the human experience is particularly novel to them there. Is it a novelty, or are they here for extracting resources or something there? And... is it Thane there? Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Off topic, has anyone watched Do I Marry a Murderer? Oh, I've not even heard of that one there. Do you think that we could be told that our world is just an experiment and it's coming to an end? I mean, that is one of the possibilities that is out there. You know, that could be the secret too terrible to be told. That could be why that they haven't disclosed currently. Maybe they do know. Maybe they've got the answers, and that's why, you know, they're not telling us there. It is one of the possibilities there. And Trant as well, thank you for the shares there, appreciate that. And where they soak up the human experience like sponges. And aware there, thank you for the follow. And oh, camera had a sulk. Speak to the native leaders and mediums most days. It's very, very connected, I think, all of this there. And what's that in the top left? I'm so far behind, gone, I'm not sure now. Top left for you guys. That is a tree. That's what you're seeing there. That is the light from my neighbour's garden light shining on the leaves of a tree, because we're quite low in the sky at the minute there. And Greys have an answer to Nordics, so that must be considered then. Also, Greys and Reptilians are scared of the Nords. So I've heard that there does tend to be somebody in charge of the... And my username there, thank you for the gifts. Does tend to be somebody in charge of the Greys, either taller Greys or humans or Reptilians there. And some are us there. I mean, Erin, Ellen, I do think that is quite possible there. And I like how you say some are us there, because I do think there are going to be multiple things that are going on here. I don't think one answer can explain absolutely everything there. One of reptilians are also cannibals there. Well, that's a nice bright one coming through the center of the screen. You guys should have that one on screen very soon. The tubers, you've got it there. And thinking, if I can, would you want me to keep the server open so people can join? Oh, I mean, possible, yeah. How many people can it have on it? There for Kerbal there. And mediumship is a funny state to try and get into for you personally there. And I do a regression. I live live. It was for a select group of people to allow filming. I would love to experiment a bit more with those sort of things. Look how bright that one is going across the screen right now. Now, is that because for once it is emitting its own light rather than reflecting it? Or is that just closer to us there, or a larger, more reflective object? I'm going to quickly pop over from wherever I am in the tubes over to the tubes, because you guys have been patiently waiting. Then I'll come back to the TikTok chat. I haven't finished over there yet. And where did we get to there? Once again, it is jumping ahead on me. Thank you there, Mayor. Yeah, it does take me a second there. I'm running 2 chats at the second, and they're both quite busy there. And Jamesy there. No, oh yeah, having a chat with Maya and Doug there. It's mad how many satellites there are. Way more than I see with my naked eye. Oh, there are so many. I was so surprised when we got this camera set up properly. And even if we will start to see less as the night goes on, because As that sun moves further around into the night, there's less light for them to reflect back, but they're all still there. There's just less light bouncing off them for us to see them there. And if you think how many we're seeing now, and this is with what, 15,000, they want to get 100,000 up there. How busy are the skies going to be there? Some of them do look really, really different there, man, don't they? I'm lucky to live in Pembrokeshire, Wales there, so I'm so lucky where I am. What I do, some of the buildings get to work on in the 1600s there. I mean, that is something, isn't it, getting in touch with me. Get to work on them as well. I always find that's much better than visiting a museum if you have the privilege to work like that, really get into it there. Very busy. Hopefully I haven't missed any of your comments there over in the tubes. Let's go pop back to the TikTok and catch up to where we did there. My best friend there bought canaries and guinea pigs after V, the mini-series. Oh, I didn't see V, that one. I know the gist of it, but oh, well, didn't eat the animals, did they? And gone there, yeah. But all his distractions are going well. This war is a big one that will carry on until he goes. Well, yeah, that does. You know, that is the risk there. It is the risk. I don't think we're ever guaranteed for it, but it really does feel like we are getting close to it there. And my opinion there, has anyone ever said, say the word there every few words? Yes, it's called a filler word. It's how we get through. It's better than there. And I always say it's a natural gift. But for me, it's like a series of mechanisms, and I don't know the order, but one click on occasion there. So maybe there's a bit of ritual to it as well there. Follow the steps, not sure which ones work, but it's some part of that process. That's a nice one. Seems a little bit odd, that one. I don't have time to zoom in on it, though. And gone. Then he's fine to do the Michael Jackson and Jeffrey, yes, and disappear. It's because they're soulless, and it's also like a history lesson for them. Very interesting. So I hear souls come up a lot, and I find souls are difficult. Not that I disbelieve or anything, but without a definition of a soul, we have a functional understanding of souls. We've talked about it for hundreds of years, people, you know, how to interact with it and all that sort of stuff. But we don't have, you know, like a real locked in, agreed upon definition of how it works. Surprisingly, very similar to gravity. It's something we experience all the time. We know a lot about it and how it works for us, but we don't really know what it is there. And I think souls are very similar. So until like they gets locked in, I'm not sure, you know, does everything have a soul? Do we even really have souls, or do we just think we have soul? What is the soul there? And I suppose something just moved in a circle there in D2 there, slightly turning into C2. Oh, so that's right high up there. Okay, I didn't catch it, but let's keep a... Did anyone else see that one? It was probably a few minutes ago. And where are we? There are actual courses you can do to learn it. So this is one of the things, though, and psychology is quite like this, I'd imagine. So psychology is now in the realms just about of science, but for the longest time, science didn't really want to bring psychology into it because it isn't quite the same sort of thing. Psychology is real. It's understanding our program, the software part of our brains and how they work, but it's a bit of a black box mystery, and there are some very, very, very different schools of thought. Not everybody agrees on everything. There are some common themes, but there's definitely different interpretations, different schools of thoughts, and I'd imagine these sorts of things are very similar like that as well. You know, these are black box mysteries. We can't open it up like you can a car engine and test and observe how it all works. You know, it is well, if I do this thing seems to happen, so I think that's cause and effect, but maybe there's something else interacting with that, which means it isn't quite as cause and effect there as well. And this family were into everything there. First tech out, they had it does, that aligns, you know, with the being curious, doesn't it, there, of our sorry, just got distracted by the movement. That was a bright one going behind the tree, just saw that out of the corner of my eye. But yeah, if they're curious about our species, they're trying to learn everything, all of the new stuff there. And thank you, My Opinion, for the follow. And can I have a max of 40? Wow, that is quite a lot there for Kerbal. Require me to keep my PC on all day. I have to persuade one. Oscar, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it there. Maybe in the future, if we need to, we'll figure out hosting one. But if you've got to keep it on all day, We'll just do it for a game or two. And username there. What if we assume these are shooting stars? What if they are an entry by a UFO and they burn up? So that's a very, very good point. Now, we don't know. And in fact, a lot of the debris, the detritus flowing around that we just think are comets and asteroids and all this sort of stuff. Like, I mean, comets are a little bit easier because they're giving some of the game away. But a lot of the asteroids, a lot of the rocky bodies that are in our solar system there, we call them that because we assume. We haven't checked more than a handful up close or anything like that, so there very well could be some other strange things going on. Again, we're assuming it's these rocky bodies just out of it, or from a number games that are kind of burning up within the atmosphere, but not necessarily the case there. Totally there. And hello,
Are you in the office tomorrow?
no, they don't want me in tomorrow. So
Okay, good. Do you want to know how I think of souls?
yeah, go for it.
So I think of it like the internet, and each of our souls is like a web page, and our bodies are the computer, and each computer can only have access to one web page. Some people, like people with sensitivity and mediums, might be able to access glimpses of other people's web pages and stuff. But when the computer breaks, that doesn't mean that the
web page is gone. It's stored somewhere
Yeah.
else, which it ties into a lot of the consciousness study, doesn't it?
And I think we go back to we all have access to the complete internet once we go back.
You get more of the fuller picture there. I mean, even mainstream science.
Akashic fields. And
Akashic fields. Oh, the Akashic record, is it?
Yeah,
I heard
the
of that one.
Akashic record, that's
Yeah. It's an interesting angle. Are you going downstairs again?
No,
Oh, okay.
I can.
I just wondered if you were going downstairs, you could go to the camera and do that wheel again. One click to the right. No. No help here, there. And hallucinations, so I'd say be skeptical, as I wouldn't believe anyone who had just experienced it once. What was that for? And I noticed it's popped open when I started having dreams and errant thoughts about movements of people. So there is a connection to it there. It's kind of like when you search, is it kind of like when you're searching for a word and then you kind of have to kind of remember all of the things that were adjacent to it? You know, I was walking to the shop the last time I was thinking of this. It's a word similar to dog with a hat or whatever it might be. And then as soon as you kind of get those strands around it, bing, it can pop into your head. Is it something like that? The adjacents. Because they don't understand our atmosphere. That's an interesting angle. Oh, you mean the meteor? Sorry, I was thinking of another one there. Yeah, coming in re-entry there. Well, look, anything that's coming in there, unless they're using the warp drive tech, which would explain the long distances, then coming into our atmosphere, even if you're aware of it, our rockets do it. And anything re-entering is what the satellites do. They burn up upon a re-entry there. It's just the friction, isn't it? It's going from a medium with very limited resistance there, because it's a very, very, very near vacuum into a thick atmosphere. It's the equivalent of when we jump into water there. You really notice how dense that is. It's kind of the same coming from space into the atmosphere. So all of that friction creates the heat from it. They should. Oh no, where that's not. That's not poor animals there. That's the one thing I can't stand. They can abduct as many people as they want. It's the animals. Mine normally is there. There you go, just enough one there, okay. Atmosphere and where are we? Psychology keeps me grounded though. Out of the extra normal experiences, I think. Yeah, 1 foot in each door. That is the way to do it there. Passing, didn't really bother looking into it much, but my phone died in the shop and it was ready to go there. They come over and said 5 more minutes and turned the TV and the news was on and knew what the person... some sort of connection. Oh yes, prophetic dreams do mean that they happen when I'm awake or half asleep there. Always cryptic. I mean, that is how our mind works, so it would make sense, wouldn't it, that whatever else is going on probably works in a similar sense as well. If you notice with your own dreams, I mean like just normal dreams there, it's very conceptual, like the dragon, can represent anything that's a threat there. And what did I miss there? I was looking out my windows at fire engines outside. Oh, it's a false alarm though. That is good to hear, Rio. Lots of activity on screen. Some big, bright, fast ones. We haven't had any anomalies yet there. The soul fragments, Kate. Remember you saying something about that as well. How are you doing, A up there? I was getting worried about you. I needed a nod. I've just woke up there. That's all right. As long as you've got enough rest in there. Thank you there, God. And it's like when you go on autopilot. And so you're not in control. You're just following something there. And your frequency and access to psychic abilities, just 98% don't access the abilities there. Which, again, that makes a lot of sense that the majority of people wouldn't, not in this day and age there. Wait, where am I at? It's like a lot of different things for different processes there. Or maybe there's different components to it. Maybe it all doesn't work in the same way there. Footage of the cow being... No, I still haven't seen that one, Agent X. I can't go into the deep stuff there for my own mental health there. I had some medication once that did not agree with me. And surprisingly, it was just antibiotics. It was for dental pain. They gave me some antibiotics. And when the pills say, be careful, because sometimes they can cause bad things, and you laugh, no, they really can. It's not your own brain. So I had a little taste of that once and go, I do not want to go down there again. That was a weird as hell there. Oh, you can't. That's probably why I didn't catch it. I'll have to go and look manually there, X. Hidden meanings. Actual people want to see it all there. Oh my god. Yeah, that would really affect. I think if you're seeing those real things there. You didn't read the manual there, Kate. Extra seat. I run by the seat of my pants. Sometimes it's the best way to run in the world there. The cow abduction was a real footage, and 20 years before it. Now, that is very interesting, because if it has that heritage, then yeah, at least we can filter out one of the things that causes us problems. Now, right, back over to the tubes there. My family live in North Wales there. My brother-in-law is the most feet on the ground man there. Spades and Spader, he saw a goblin-type creature walk in front of his car. Now, that is pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool. That is. Anything touching into folklore as well. Very, very interested in all of that. God, sorry to tubers, I'm so far behind. Let me see. Viking, if I haven't said hello, there you are. Oh my god, where actually did I get to here? Oh my god, I'm much further behind. You guys have been patiently waiting. I thought there was a couple of messages behind there. Just jumped ahead of me there. Jazz Cabbage works wonders. I didn't get on with that there. That's a brilliant name. I've not heard that one. I like that there. And I think more beautiful than a clear night sky. It makes me feel homesick there. See, I didn't grow up with a clear night sky. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry, tubers, you have to wait a bit longer. We've got the proper red one. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Sorry, guys. Swearing technology.
Zoom mode activated.
Look how red and orange that one is quite clearly. Oh, coming off the screen there. Yeah. Again, that is different. That is a deep, deep yellow. If we zoom out for sort of context there against the night sky, look at that. Again, is that sign of the ionized plasma around the craft there? Maybe something very strange going on with that one. Could just be part of the reflection, but it's that deep orange is very, very interesting. Right, so where do we get to over on the tubes there? When the US military pilots reported a cube in a transparent sphere, the UFO just got crazy, and also very credible witnesses. I felt exactly the same there. I'm thinking, it was so far from practical. I mean, at least UFOs, the flying saucers sort of stuff, I could go, right, that's craft shape. Hasn't got any wings, but, I get that. But a sphere, a cube within a sphere, but very, very credible witnesses there. And how you doing, Blue Nose? Oh, I missed the potato, but thank you for the humbling potato there. And Doug, how are you doing there? Jamesy, we were given everything we need on this planet there. It's like we were destined for the planet. Well, this is the thing, is that a product of evolution, or is it a little bit perfect? Because when you start to look into these things, just like the moon, how perfect the moon is to stabilize our environment, stabilize our weather, all of those sorts of things there, being this perfect little stepping stone to become spacefaring, and compare it that there are no other ones that are like our moon there. It's very, very strange. Has it been set up for us there? Are we in the equivalent of one of those hamster cages with all of the cool tubes and the wheels built in there? Viking is in there. And Doug, good to see you. And the big satellite, good spot in there, Doug, there. Looks... Oh my god, am I that far behind there? And Alan there, no, we are just remnants of past folk. It's inside our brain, the truth. Interesting. I mean, I could see it there. The way I describe this is I'm painting 1,000 pictures, and at some point I'll step back and I'll decide which one I like the most. But in the meantime, somebody comes into it with information, I go and add that to a painting, or I paint over another one. And at some point I'm going to go, right, these ones make the most sense, and I'm going to hang these in my house. But until then, it's all about understanding the theories. I really like that one. And Viking, what's the big bright star? So I think that one is Arcturus there, I think, if I got my alignment right. It's moved around a bit now, though. And what happens if, when we are asleep there, Jamesy, we are actually awake in the plane of existence as our creator, and while we are awake there, we are actually on a spiritual journey to learn a lesson. This is one of those plausibility things, again, dreaming. Oh, well, there are certain types of dreams that we do understand, but consciousness itself, technically where we go, and oh my god, there's so much complexity in that, and even mainstream science has some really interesting opinions that, you'd think it's us lot talking about it, but there are mainstream scientists that are actually quite, they use different words, but they're saying the same things, the sort of things that we will discuss here. There, Earth is a university for the soul. I failed, I flunked there, and I have this weird memory of being in a school during World War II, someplace there. Only thing is, when I described it was a Green Goddess fire engine, that didn't happen in Scotland. Green Goddesses, they were post-war, weren't they? God, that's my past nerd interest coming out there. But it could be very much Cold War. Early parts around then, potentially practicing drills. I mean, I wonder what you're tapping into there. We were soul spirit in a flesh, a vehicle. Again, mainstream science makes this case. There are a few sightings out there that do think that we've got the goggles on, kind of in the same way that, when you watch a movie and you're really engrossed into it, and you're in it, you're like that, your vision's there, and then you step out of it and you've got to notice the room again. They think that maybe there's something like that at another level that we're doing, and maybe death is the only way out of there. There are no coincidences. Well, there may also not be any free will with this as well, because the causal effect of things, Robert Sapolsky, he talks very, very interestingly about this, and he makes a very, very strong case for basically everything being causal, and therefore if you could just understand all the variables, there are no coincidences, and there is no technically free will. Don't know how I feel about it, but it's very, very interesting there. And Alan Drummond there, I believe that the soul is a proper physical type thing there, and it's hard to explain. It definitely is hard to explain, but there are little clues, aren't there? Things about, the body loses weight after death and all this sort of stuff. But it feels like we're all stabbing around it. It's the blind men trying to describe the elephant. Like one of them's going, oh, it's a long snake-like creature, got its tail. And the other one goes, no, it's a big flappy creature and it's got its ear. And the other one's go, oh no, it's more like a tree-like creature and it's got its leg. This is kind of like what we're all doing. We've all got our little part, our experience with it, trying to interpret this phenomena. The soul is like that as well. But yeah, things that we take for granted, like gravity. You think science would have sussed that by now, but no, gravity is still very mysterious to mainstream science. Then Blue Nose, thank you for the other gift. To see that one pop up, I'll be over in the chat soon there, but thank you for that. Rio as well, thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. All of that goes back into the stream there. Soul is a proper physical type thing, and it's like, can't explain true physics there. We use metaphors like the black holes to explain how gravity works. It may be because we can't fully explain it. Maybe we don't have the knowledge, the brain power, or even the senses to fully describe and grasp these things. So it's always going to be our best human interpretation of whatever could be going on there. Or an apple there. And where are we going there? What's UAP there? So unidentified anomalous phenomena now, isn't it there? And thank you, May. Bear with us. It takes me a second to get through the chats, but I want to make sure I read them all so I don't jump ahead of me too much there. So I'm on the tube side at the second, working my way through. And the satellites, the bane of astronomy images with a sea star there. I can imagine it's only going to get worse there, sadly. Yeah. I'm here, but you're now on listening mode there. No worries, Raf. And where are we? Down here as well. No, you're having a chat there. Oh, that's a big bright one coming in from the side there. Keep your eyes on that. Remember, we need to see that anomalous behaviour, guys. We need to see it do something strange. Stop dead, change its course, its trajectory. Anything like that will tell us it's not one of the many man-made satellites up there for sure. But until it does that, we aren't going to know. Where are we? sat and watched Interstellar there last night for the first time in a while there, and the entry to the wormhole was not quite there, but not the etc. that we see when time travel occurs in a movie. That was meant to be, for the time, quite accurate, wasn't it? So yeah, how would these things appear to us there? Getting our head around it. I was listening to things on what is the actual structure of space. Like, you know, the universe, like but what is its shape? What is the universe's geometry and things like that? And to wrap my head around that. Very interesting, but also out of my league there. And distance time is not what we think it is. Again, most probably we're doing an interpretation which is going to be a percentage correct rather than yes or no. Where is the percentage? 5%, 10%, 99%, probably on the lower end there. And it's mad how many satellites there are. Way more than we see with the eye. That definitely there. Agree that time is linear. Well, I've got this feeling, you know, if there are multiple dimensions, physical dimensions, why would time necessarily be any different there? Because if space and time are linked, it would also make sense that it is linked in the other dimensions as well there. Lucky to live in Pembrokeshire, where I am at some of the ones. Oh my god, how did I miss these ones above? Because I've read that one out earlier there. And I read that one out. I have some nice Jacobite houses there in Dundee town, but the 1950s developers and dodgy councillors, we all lost a lot of really old places. So many places have that story there. Raf's gone to sleep now. Where are we? Let's go around. Oh, time isn't linear, yeah. And I was only young there, but it's stuck in my head there. As the man slammed on the brakes. Oh, very interesting. And that's the incredible Pembrokeshire has magical energy there. Must be a lot of ley lines and stuff there. Whatever those ingredients are, and it'll be interesting. I do think whatever, even if it's a different phenomena, the ingredients, the reasons of why the phenomena happens and also why it isn't mainstream accepted, I think are gonna be very, very similar there. Janie coming in with the gifts, thank you guys. I'll be over on the tube soon once I've caught up here, not on the tube, on the TikTok, catching up with your chat. It's a good chat. I do like those ones there. And Alan as well, I have seen what I thought was a UFO, but later on thought it was a spy plane. The YouTube there, it was pre-phone camera days, but I had a witness, and we both defo thought it was not an aircraft there. It was cigar shape. The classic UFO sightings were, a lot of them were cigar shape, even like flying crosses as well, which I didn't really know a lot about until, like, you know, reading some books on it. But yeah, that is a proper classic shape there. Was there any I mean, the spy planes, the U-2s and stuff like that, are traditionally very, very high altitude, so you probably wouldn't have been able to see one of those unless it was purposely flying very, very low. So it could be quite anomalous. And I really think there is a lot of energy in the area if you feel it in your bones now. I can't cope being away from here more than a week or so. And it's great that everyone's open-minded, each other, and non-judgmental. This is it. This is what I love about our community, I think most, is that everybody's here willing to share. We're not going to all agree. We're all different people having different experiences, aren't we? Coming from different places. But we can all share. We can offer up our ideas and our versions of the phenomena. And hopefully we can all grow and learn together there. So we do appreciate actually how cool our community is with these things there. Where are we there? Pulsar stars are beautiful, flashing different colours there. They're like beacons, aren't they? The pulsars with their rotation. They're pulsing out the light on their poles, or the electromagnetic spectrum there. And Valley Man there, isn't the soul just an unsettled debate on what it actually is there? Like, some neurologists believe it's just electricity, and some believe, I think, exactly, yeah, it's unsettled because, yeah, like, everybody's got a different theory around it there, and there's not a lot of, again, it's just different interpretations. It is definitely, yeah, not established of what it is. There are some things that, I mean, there's normally a bit of debate around everything, even things that we do think are pretty much accepted, but yeah, things like the soul is still very, very loose. It's more of a felt explanation, isn't it, rather than something that's, you know, well, we can describe an arm, can't we? But it's an interesting one there, and I think that your pineal gland ain't as calcified as most of us there, and it gives you an edge there. I don't know. Although I heard about, apparently we do have a literal third eye, guys. Scientists have just discovered that we do have a literal physical third eye in our brains here, and it's a remnant of the earlier forms of eyes that we have now. And a long way to describe it, but there is something there. So the years of people talking about a third eye physically being there is something biologically there that science has just discovered there, like a lesser form of eye there. And no worry about you spelling there, James. I can't spell for toffee there, but there as well. And Alan Drum there, thank you for sent a gift membership there. We really appreciate that one there. And as for the memberships as well, guys, so we do it every other week, so it's not going to be this Friday, but it'll be the following Friday. We do the lives with the members and also the Patreons at the same time. Then we do a deep dive into the phenomena. I think the next one is going to be, it comes up on the text at some point, but it's an interesting look into some Soviet documents there, so you'll all be welcome to join. That'll be, well, you guys are on the members and the Patreons there for that one. But yeah, smaller groups, we have to keep introducing what we're doing. We can just really get into the meat of it there, so you'll be able to join us for that one there, Andrew, so thank you for that one there. I believe we all could have your gift there, Willow, and may I just need to awaken. Yeah, is this a dormant trait in all of us there, or some people, you know, got more of that in the same way that some people just have naturally bigger muscles for things as well there, or can we all get with practice some of these skills there? And Doug there, you got your own gift there. Did I gift myself? Hey, it works out though. You can join us there, Alan. You'll be able to join us for the members. That's hilarious. I like that one. There. Yes, we can all be psychic there, and mediums and clairvoyant there. We're conditioned not to use those senses, probably quite actively so. Where did we get to? Oh my god, jumping ahead on me all of the time. Oh my god, it's jumping ahead everywhere. Shan is in again. How are you doing? Where did we get to? There we go. Somewhere around here there. Where are we? There. How you doing, Shan? Yes, a lovely clear one tonight there. And can't see if I have alien explained. There we are. Now you're having a chat. Trying to control your dreams there pre-sleep. Oh, interesting. And then and try not to realize you're in a dream to guide yourself. I want to astral project there. I've heard about it. I did try it when I was much, much younger. I've got a book on it somewhere. But I didn't have much success with it there. Hard to do, or if you do, I can't recall in the morning. I'm like that in most dreams anyway. I don't remember them there, so I probably wouldn't remember. Maybe I'm having a very fruitful astral life, guys, and I just cannot remember. And just a reminder to give us a follow. Yeah, guys, remember we do this every night. If it's a clear sky, it's this. If it's a cloudy sky, it's an alien radio signal hunt. Oh, there you go. That's what we're doing there. The Soviet and Czechoslovakian. Oh, it just moved. Something like that. Psychology. Anyway, something related to the phenomena that we are going to be looking into there for the next deep dive. It won't be this Friday, it'll be the following one there, 8 PM UK time. So members and Patreons can join us over there. But yeah, do give us a follow or a sub or whatever it is wherever you are there, because then you'll get those notifications hopefully when we go live. Clear nights, it's the UFO Skywatch. Cloudy nights, we do the alien radio signal hunt. But if you're new, do say hello. I'm quite far behind in the chats, but I'm working my way through slowly. And then we'll, yeah, do say hello and let us know how you feel about the phenomena, or if you've had an experience yourself there. And where are we? Learn how to grow together. I think exactly there, Mao. Oh, you're all talking about your connected sort of senses and stuff like that. Venus is very close to us at the moment there, and it's a crescent moon. So there is probably a connection, I imagine, with all of these solar events. We're obviously, we know we are connected to the moon and how it moves and all those effects there, but I think the wider solar system is going to probably have a more subtle play around all of these things there. Planets, tidal pools like the moon. You're literally talking there. We're on the same one there, aren't we, Alan, there? And the near-death experiences are weird as well. Some of those are very, very... And also the past life stuff, you know, those kids in India that can remember the details. Very, very interesting. And probably all connected there. Don't trust humans. Definitely there. Alright, okay, I've got to the bottom, I think, of the tube chat there. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody else there. I'm going to pop back over to the TikTok there. Where do we get to? Oh, it looked like it curved there, gone. Damn. Missed that one. Oh, God, I'm far behind there. Oh, look, Banana's in. How you doing, Banana? Good to see you there. JD, thank you for the gifts there. Oh, and Banana too. I appreciate those. I missed those. Oh, God, I'm going to have to scroll up. I'm further back than I thought. Where are we? Oh, that's the thing where I was there. Wait, where am I at there? It's like a lot of different things for different... Oh, no. Oh, there's a flash. Oh, there you go. There's Bananas in there. Evening. President Obama interview about UFOs late. What? Obama's done it. I heard he did one recently where he let slip. Is he letting slip more? Banana, tell us more on this one. Free on screen there, good spot in there, X. And Darren there, good evening there. What's the chances of satellites crashing into each other? That is a very good question. And, well, they're very high, actually. They're very, very high. And there's quite a lot of manual controlment and manoeuvring that they do to try and avoid these collisions every day. There's many, many, many avoidance maneuvers that they do there. So at the minute we can control them, but they're very worried about that. And obviously that risk increases the more satellites that's up there. And they're very worried about Kessler syndrome, they call it there, which is the idea that one hits another satellite and that breaks into 1,000 pieces. Then those 1,000 pieces hit another 100 satellites, and then snowball effect, basically making you know, space impenetrable to us here. There. How you doing, Blue Nose? Just getting to their messages there. That's how far behind I am. Good to see you in, Captain, there. And don't forget to check out the Discord and the Reddit, guys. Yeah, we've got a link in bio for both of those. So do join us over there as well. You can share your experiences directly to the rest of the community, but also you can check out all the latest interesting things in the UFO world that get posted there. It's sort of curved. I love it when the gangs gets together there. Oh, geez. Has Lee been in recently? You know what? I don't know. Not this last week, I don't think. But still quite recently. And do you think about the theory of the Simpsons predicting the future? So I think about this one a bit. And I do think that something like that is that there are... It's not so much people are predicting the future. It's just that people are making connections with the items that are in front of them, and some people are able to see more of those connections than others. So we talk about this with artists in particular. Like, they're not just pulling that painting out of their arse, you know, it's they're inspired by the things around them, sometimes a lot unconsciously, but they are still things in the environment. You know, they're able to, a good artist is able to see an issue or something years ahead, several steps away. Most of us, day to day, we can only see one step ahead, but you know that those artists or entrepreneurs and people like that, they're seeing that chain of events 2 or 3 steps ahead. Now sometimes those chain events don't work out, you know, it requires other things to knock onto other things, but you know, when they do, it's kind of like they're predicting the future, you know, because you can see trends, and well, if that goes to that, then that one goes to that, and that one goes to that, then that means X or Y. There. So I think that's kind of what's happening probably with The Simpsons. It's crazy how specific they are, though, with some of them there. Do a panel chat there. I do kind of want to, but I am nervous of doing them. Never done one before, that's why. Keeping you rowdy lot under control. And Rachel there, how you doing there? I'm going to sleep in there. Next room. Activity has gone quiet again. Well, it's all right, isn't it? Because it always comes back there. And I watched E.T. the other day there. Can you believe it's 44? I know, we watched it because we do an alien movie club with our community. So we're going to be watching Capricorn 1, actually, guys, at the end of the month. You're welcome to join us over in the Discord for that. We did E.T. recently. And you know what? I don't even know if I'd actually seen it all the way through. It's one of those films that I thought I'd seen, just because it's mentioned so much and you kind of get clips and the story in The Simpsons, all these cultural references to it. But okay, you know what? I don't remember half of this. But it's one of the ones that they do say maybe there was an element of truth truth as part of a disclosure through fiction there. And Oscar there, is there any chance that you could look at the media channel on the Discord? I'll try to in a second there, Oscar. I'm so far behind in the chat though tonight. I've not really got 10 seconds to myself. And wow, look at that one, Rachel. I probably missed it there. The Space Bees there, and another good one there, Rachel. Interstellar is an amazing film there. It is a very, very good film. And then the Phoenix Lights are the same. Are they really, Rachel? There we go. Maybe they dropped you off. One of us. And the sky is busy tonight, Janie. It really, really is. I'm going to go outside and just crank the camera up a touch more, I think, there, because I think we're missing out on some activity. It's beautiful and dark, but I think we are missing out on just a couple more things that we could be seeing there. And down there, why do some satellites seem to be going faster than others? Brilliant question. So they're not strictly all going at the same speed, but essentially they're all falling to Earth in a big circle. And if you imagine if they were all going to the same speed, if you're doing 100 miles an hour around here, around doing this sort of orbit, it's going to look like this. Whereas if you do 100 mile an hour, the same speed around a bigger orbit, it's going to look a lot slower because you're going over a larger area. So very roughly, that is one of the reasons for it. There, X as well, thank you for the gifts, appreciate that, guys. It all goes back into the stream there, members, super chats, gifts, subs, patrons, all that sort of stuff, helping us improve what we do there. Don't worry about the grammar there, X. And Carl there, the soul is energy, and the one thing that can't be destroyed is energy. So the soul, I like that connection there. And look, ultimately, we are all on the electromagnetic spectrum there. We're not physical objects. So something, that the soul is, I think, universally described as something deeper than, isn't it? It's always something that transcends our physical understanding there. And energy in of itself would be a brilliant medium for that. I think you're probably quite closer to the truth around something like that. How you doing, Oi Oi, as well there? What Carl said also. I agree with that one. Be free, Rachel. Good spotting. I'm so far behind between the two chats tonight, but hopefully I'm still going to catch the good ones there. You did it by accident there. Never followed instructions. And Oscar is. I'll try it in a second there. And as another astral traveller sent my Ricciardo. What's the one we were talking about the other night? The ones with the glow, the aliens from your astral travels there. And Drewski there. I hope you're doing well, Sam. Your camera is ready. Thank you, Drew. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more. I think it could do a little bit better, but we've got a lucky night of clear skies tonight there. But more ads than here. That is very true there, X. Yeah, they don't put ads on the TikTok that I've seen anyway. And they definitely can there. It is the community, isn't it there, X, that can definitely do that. And I tend to only chat in the room when the creator is active on other channels. Yeah, I'm not. I just put out and chat until Sam gets back, and people sometimes. 2 streams there, Jesus. I wouldn't have the attention span for it there, X there. And Rich there, how are you doing there? Where's Tommy? Exactly where I haven't seen Tommy in a while there. I wonder what Tommy is up to at the minute. And Oscar there, is there a chance you could respond to the DM and the DC? I should be able to catch it there later, Oscar, for that one. And where are we there? Where are we over on here? Where did we get to for you guys? I'm just going to start from where I am. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody on the tube there. And James, do you ever feel like you don't fit in to the norm there? That you feel detached, even though being able to fit in? 100%, yes, very, very much so like that. Massive performer in my day-to-day life there. Not so much on the stream. It's weird. What have we got at the minute? We're 100 or so of you tonight across the platforms there in at any one time, so it'll probably be a few thousand people in total. I can be very close, I think, to my truer self in here, which is really weird because there are so many people, whereas a handful of people at work, gotta play the game, gotta do the pretending, turn on smile, not too much there, ask about their weekend, execute there. Always there. And Omni, how are you doing there? What's your thoughts regarding Trump as a time traveler there, and the looking glass invented by Nikola Tesla? I find the Baron Trump books very, very interesting, but Trump himself being a time traveler, I don't know. There is a rise to power there. you know, could be explained. But I don't know. I've not heard much about that one. So many people love you there, but you feel like, oh, very, very much are there on that one, Jamesy. But maybe that's one of the things that we've all got in common there. That's a nice one going through the middle. Look, there's two below it travelling behind you, and there's a slightly bigger one, very round tonight there. I remember waking up at 4 years in the playground there at school there, and I stood on my own and watched everyone running around playing and thought, what am I doing here? I'm in the wrong world. That's a very interesting thought to have there, but they do talk about consciousness, don't they, actually coming in around that age, and you can see this in a child's development, you know, that they're getting more and more conscious, you know, they're perceiving more of the world, and they think as well that the human brain, like, not just within a lifetime there, but we're actually getting more conscious over our development evolution there. I think there was a big shift potentially during the late Bronze Age there, which was responsible for a lot of civilizational collapse, but like the merging of how our minds work. How interesting is that to think that, you know, the consciousness just isn't one thing, you know, it could be so much more, it could be so different for different people. It really does, Matt. It really does. It does. It's a soothing thing. Like I made the grim mistake. Was it Sunday or Monday night of taking the night off? It wasn't a clear sky, and I thought, I'm not going to force it tonight. I can't be able to fight the computer or whatnot. I just won't do it. And I felt so much worse. I feel so much better hanging out with you guys there. And there's something about Trump there. He's a spiritually protected. Oh, I've not heard that. That is an interesting angle at all there on that one. It's like something is missing, but you don't know what it is. Now, I am interested in that train of thought there. And JC there, wow, how did you get it so clear? Magic, I had to sacrifice Alan to the gods, and they gave us one clear night in exchange for his little green soul there. And Paul sent another gift membership there. Thank you, Paul. Really, really appreciate that one. So it all goes back into the stream there. But the members, whoever got that one as well, we do our little member thank you streams there. They're the deep dives into things. So, and we're going to be doing our next one, not this Friday, but the following Friday at 8 PM UK time. We're going to be looking into what is it? It's a Soviet document related to the phenomena of that sort of era there during the Cold War. It's going to be quite interesting once I can remember what the actual thing is there. But yeah, it'll be live streamed on the tubes and over on Patreon there, and we'll do it normally 8 to about 9:30 PM UK time. Then that way, if it's a clear sky, we'll still get the night sky for everybody afterwards there. So thank you again there, Paul, for that one. And deja vu earlier on there. That is weird. That is really weird. Like that is a sensation. Like, yeah, I totally. There feels to be so much more. That's an indicator of something else going on, I think, there. And I hear you there. The thing we all feel, but can't name there, is the same feeling animals have before something happens there, whether it be inside an earthquake or something else there. We're all feeling the same thing there. There is something picking up on something, and even science has done tests on various aspects of this, and there is a more than chance statistical correlation to there is something going on. But that's where the mainstream science stops. That's a big bright one that the tracker has got there. See the vids on awakening, and it makes sense there, but I feel I've been awake to it for years. May well be. People are very, very different there, and if that whole soul thing is true about going through iterations there, maybe you kind of did that development there, and it was easier for you to achieve this time round there. And Alan there, we are all 95% water, which is a conductor of electricity. It very much is, but water itself apparently can have a memory, so maybe there's that going in as well of it there. A nervous anticipation, yes. On edge in away. Ready for what's the thing zigzagging? Oh, JC, how the hell did I miss that one? Because now that is interesting. If there was something zigzagging there, JC, the full-on UFO, how the hell did I miss it? Did anybody else catch that one? I know roughly when that was, because then I can check the clips of that one. Very, very interesting there. What? In B1, whatever's about to happen there, combined with the fact that we're all constantly overwhelmed by the pace at which things are moving. Now, that pace is the most dangerous thing about it there. We can actually acclimatise and adapt to quite a lot of things. Life itself is very adaptable, but we need time to do it.
Zoom mode activated.
Zoom in on this one. This is nice and bright. Look at that one compared to some we have seen tonight. Big, bright and fast. Keep moving. If it's, I think it'll only be all at the tracker eventually got it. If you can keep that one on your screen, guys. I don't think the TikTokers will be able to catch that one because it's just a bit too high for them. But the tubers, keep your eyes on that there. And I feel a strong energy this evening there, buzzing through. A few people in the community, probably talking about it, do have this similar sensitivity there. And some even feels, hang on. I really do, mate. I really do. I definitely feel it. Like sometimes I'm knackered, I've got so much on at work and I'm already stressed. I go, no, let's not do it. Take the night off if it's not going to be a Skywatch. And I always feel worse there for it there. Something about our little community is pretty awesome. So do make sure you've liked, subscribed, joined us or followed us, whatever it is there, so you can join us, get those notifications when we go live every night there. Right, I'm just going to quickly pop out and just click up the camera ever so slightly. I think we can get a little bit more, just a little touch more. Alan, no, I'm not putting you on the screen. You're still bad. There we go. I do not think I have ever had this camera on this brightness setting. This is the darkest our sky has ever been, I think. There, where were we? Over on the TikTok chat there. Rich is in. Good to see you there. I'll catch you tomorrow there, Oscar. I'll try and check the messages after the stream there. TikTok's removing your... What? I'm not surprised though. TikTok is the weirdest platform there as well, and eye contact, but not too much there. Blink, is that a joke? Is that, oh my god, yeah, Kate. Eye contact, not too much. Runs through my head 1,000 times a day there. Interacting with people is exhausting. It really is. I second that one, Drewski. If Big T is spiritually protected, it's because he's the Antichrist there. And I know you're a big T supporter there, really, Kay. And I am on both accounts there at a minute, as I need a 1K on both to start doing lives more effectively. Everyone give X there a helping hand. It's very hard to get over to the 1K mark there. So definitely give them a helping hand. There's some very interesting content. I want to see those lives there. Drewski, when we die, our electricity turns into heat, which goes back into the earth there. Well, this thing, electricity is, it's just transferred, isn't it? Energy is just transferred. So heat could well be, when the machine stops though, we cool down. But this account I may use for being a host on panels, all very idea. I don't know which account you're using half the time. They all look the same to me. Wise choice there. He's being nefarious tonight there with his mind control. Could Durangas please add there? There. What star is the really bright one, Drewski? So I think that one is... Oh, no, is that Vega tonight, actually? I think that is that one Vega. Oh, let me just double check. Let me double check there. Right. So it's about up there. I think it's Arcturus, actually, that one. I think it's Arcturus. Oh, good spot in there, X. Too far behind there. I love the Christian God there. Okay, you want to make sure your account doesn't get banned there. And Ray, there, are they a circular ball or balls? I mean, this is the thing. What we're seeing, though, that light is not necessarily reflective of the shape of the things there. It's just a bright light. It's kind of like when a car headlight's coming towards you there. You don't necessarily get the shape of the car, do you? If it's a bright one, you just get light. That's kind of similar to what's going on with what we're observing here. Something is moving there, Smile. Keep your eyes on it there. We're looking for the anomalous movement there. There's going to be lots of moving. The tracker's got one there, but we need to see them do something strange there. We need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course, their trajectory. Something like that is going to tell us that actually it's not one of the many man-made satellites that are about. In fact, it is something a little bit stranger there. So keep your eyes, follow them across the screen, because it only takes that last minute change there as well. And thank you for the follow as well, Smiley there. And why does the grid look way too small on a tablet? You're used to it there. There. And what's your favourite space objects? Oh, that's a good question. There. I'm just fascinated by all of it. Really am. Honestly, there's so much going on there. I mean, within our local area, I think Mars, because not only are we talking about how interesting it is naturally, but I think there's some stuff going on there in the past there, whether that's civilization or at least life itself there. C2, D3 there. Right, cool. Keep up the good spotting there. I'm so far behind. Not much up to date on that one there. Mine's the Sombrero Galaxy. You know, we see the coat hanger constellation quite a bit, and I like that one actually because it does what it says on the tin. It actually looks like a coat hanger shape there, and it's very colourful. A4, it's just behind the notification. Oh yeah, I see. That's a nice bright one there, X. Good spotting. I'm going to quickly bounce back over to the tubes there, see where you guys are caught up to. Remember, guys, if you are joining us, we are doing a UFO, a UAP Skywatch tonight. We're currently live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So these skies are alive with the weird and wonderful. Do let us know what you spot there, and hopefully we can catch something really anomalous tonight. But it's lovely and clear, and also dark tonight. So yeah, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm mostly caught up with the chat now, but we'll keep reading through there. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. How do you feel about the phenomena there? Going to watch the sky there, Mail. Thank you for hanging around. We'll catch you later there. And JC there, is the Gemini meteor shower this making it so busy, or is it just brilliant night to see the satellites? I think just a good question, because we did see one really cool shooting star, but I think it is just a good night to see the satellites there. And you know, this is only going to get better over the next few months up until July, August time. We're just going to see more and more. It's going to be absolutely brilliant there. We are all a grid of light energy. I could see it there. And Alan there, Jupiter. So Jupiter has been in shot a lot for us lately, but I think that one is Arcturus there. And Shun is it is a cool channel there. Got that early internet freedom vibe to it there. Oh, thank you, Shan there, which is an interesting change. Yeah, I'm having my thoughts about the internet and how do I incorporate modern internet into my life there, because it's a love-hate relationship, you know. It's been responsible for so many good things, but also so many bad things in my life. So how do we have a healthy balance with it? But the old internet, I think, is the clue. How did we used to work with it then? And energy cannot be destroyed there. It just changes a form there. It's going to be, it's conserved, isn't it? So it's transferred. When we pass away, we're back to the light, the body free again there. Probably because we are all early days. And yes, good vibes, guys. Onwards and upwards is the only way for exactly there, James. It very much so. And I have a soft spot for magnetars there. They are neat. I mean, the idea is it magnetars, the ones that, you know, in theory you'd never be able to get anywhere near just because of, you know, like the conditions around them. But space is so damn weird. The objects that are out there, it's, you know, we're only just scratching the surface from where we are here. We're an energy grid linker. We could well be that one. Where do we get over there? Loving the hearts there, Mayor. I thought you was going to look at the stars. How are your stars locally? Have you got some clear skies there? And Ray the Hulking, how are you doing? If it's not the 1701 Enterprise, any frustration there? Hey, you never know. Might that disc shape come along by there. I can spot quicker on the tablet there. Can't see the grid as well. You need it on the projected on the wall Agent X in 4D. You know, get the old, you know, the 3D vision. I wonder what that would look like on 3D. Oh, that's a green one. Hold on. Come on. You know, we are on the correct track. Oh, it's faded out. Damn it. Literally, the time it took me to go over there. Let's zoom in on some of these.
Zoom mode activated.
So this one here, look at that one. Nice big there, just trucking along there, trundling away. There. Oh, unstable internet. Sorry, guys. TikTok had a sulk then. Hopefully it'll come back now. Let's just see. Is it? Yeah, there we go. So, these platforms. We're just zooming in on some of these ones. We were trying to zoom in on that green one, but it faded out before I got over here. Let's have a look at this. And the tracker seems to have a good lock on this one for once. But we need to see them do something strange, guys. We need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course, their trajectory, anything like that. Even flashing and coloration can be anomalous. We had the really interesting colours earlier. So we have had some potential anomalies, but not slam dunks there. And Alan there, night folks there. Oh, I have some food and plug my charging cells in there. Oh, well, thank you, Alan, as always, for hanging out with us there. Looking forward to seeing you later on in the week. Hopefully, we can steal a few more clear skies this week if we're lucky, guys. And Doug there, yes, the magnetism there would pull your atoms apart. That was it, something like that. It's weird to think that there are these crazy things out there that we can't fully, you know, we're never going to get that chance to fully observe. There. And where do we get to in the chat? There. Nice bright one coming up. Good spot in there, Carl and Rich there. Nice clear sky tonight there. Pretty clear here in Cheshire too. That is a good sign. Means it's going to stay clear for us for the rest of the night there. And Ray, they have a new follower. I can watch this for. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. And welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Hopefully the connection issues are going to sort themselves out. So many satellites like Carl. There is a hell of a lot. We are looking out for the anomalous ones there. The ones that are a little bit stranger. That one going through A2 to B2, that is a little bit orange. Again, orange can be a little bit more interesting there. C3, very faint and anomalous. Damn it. I think I missed that one there. And C4, really slow. D1, super slow there. Which of those ones? Oh, again, speed could potentially be a one there. I was just going to ask if anyone else is buffering their lagging. Is it sorted itself out now? Hopefully it has. My phone says it has. But I never trust a TikTok there. Shan, the grid is a superb addition. Thank you. We've got some potential upgrades for the grid as well. So at some point, because I tend to miss when I'm in the chat, we had an idea. I've got to get it to work. Thank you, for the confirmation there. But we're going to see if I can basically give the mods the ability to highlight, to press a button and highlight the grid. So if you guys do see something and I am, 5 minutes behind on the chat, they can press a button. That grid square will illuminate. So you guys will see it all, but also, then my eye is drawn to it there, so maybe we can zoom in on some faster, be a bit more responsive. Got to get it to actually work though. But yeah, just hopefully a little bit there. And Serene, how are you doing there? Lots of clever ideas, whether they work out though. Nature of technology there. Oh, night James. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, lots of things to be working on. I still need to get this tracking a lot better. There's no excuse for the tracking now to not be picking up all of the movement that we have got here, because it is... let me try changing the settings, actually. Let's lower that one down there, see if that's going to send it crazy. If I lower the brightness settings, is it's going to be able to track any of those? Where's nothing on screen for it to track at the second? It's gone quiet, guys. It's got a little too quiet there. And how do you know what's alien and what's not there? And Sir Morningwood, love the name. Very good question. Very, very good question. And the first answer is that it's bloody difficult to. So we have to be quite hard, really, like your name there. Yeah, so what we... There's going to be lots of man-made satellites and objects up there flying around. There's so many, and I'd be worried if there were more UFOs than there were man-made objects up there in space. And they're going to look very, very similar to us. So what we're seeing is those objects in Earth's orbit there, low Earth orbit and a little bit higher, as they're moving around, they're reflecting the sun's light back, as you can see, the reflection there, just pointing that down to us, and that's how we're able to see them. So again, be it a UFO or a satellite, it's going to bounce that light back off us there. The only way that we can really be sure is if the UFO does something strange, in the sense that maybe it stops dead, or it just moving along and it shoots off at speed, or it, you know, changes its course, its trajectory there, does a zigzag, interstellar handbrake turn, anything like that. Satellites just cannot do those things. So we immediately know we've got something a lot weirder. In the kind of grey area can be coloration, flashing. We do see a lot around that, but it's not a slam dunk as the actual movement behaviour. That is the gold standard that really gives the object away. Now, we are making it hard for ourselves because, as we say, look, the straightest point or the fastest point between A and B is a straight line. So the satellites and the UFOs are both going to be mostly going in a UFO, going in a straight line. So therefore, you know, we are making it's quite a hard rule. We might be filtering out a lot of anomalous things there, but we just can't tell from down here yet, sadly. But we are trying to figure out ways to track them. But it's a very, very good question there. And where are we? Where did we get to? There. It is very, very active this evening there. And JC there, genuine question there. The man-made objects that we are watching, are they repeating, like moving at such a speed we are seeing the same ones? So I'm aware there's loads up there. So yes, that is a big, big part of it there. It depends on their specific orbits there, but some of them literally will just do the same circle over and again. Some will kind of do the same circle and it kind of goes around and around and around. So you'll see it, you know, come down this part of the screen. And then next time it come down this part of the screen, and then next time this part of the screen there. So mostly, yeah, it's a lot of the same. We're just, you know, it's like on a racetrack loop. You know, you sit in the stands, you know, the checkered, like, you know, the go line, and you know, you see the same cars coming back around and around. Not all of them, but that is a big thing that's going on. It's a good question. So guys, do ask away if you've got any questions like that, because it's an opportunity for us all to learn there. A lot of the time I don't know, and then you guys chip in and then we can all learn. That's a nice bright one there coming up the middle. Remember, keep your eyes on it. We're looking for something anomalous there, and it's so mesmerizing seeing the cosmos are like this. They're so clear with the black drop that I know when we do get those clear nights, it's not as colourful as it normally is, which is really weird, because normally we would start to get some intense colours from the stars, but it just means it's yet to come there. But oh my god, it is absolutely stunning there, and I prefer the darker background. 100% they're dark, 100%. Sadly, like when we were on last week or so doing the sky watches, when the moon is still up, even if we're not pointing at the moon, that's why it was darker, and then we couldn't see as many stars, because yeah, the moon was basically just killing our night vision, just making the sky too bright. So yeah, once the moon's sodded off for the month, we'll get a good few weeks when it's really intensely dark like this. Then the moon pops up and I forget to turn the camera down. It's all bright and washed out there, so I much prefer this as well there. So as the mods there, we'll be able to highlight the movement for the chat, so that'll be very good if we can get that working. So we'll all be much quicker at responding to the anomalies there, and you should give them the names to make it easier to follow. Actually, well, so that is the thing. There are apps out there that can track, and we can see what satellites are passing in our field of view. Oh, there's a little shooting star in our field of view there, but it's really difficult to line them all up in time and stuff. So I'm trying to get it basically for the tracker to do the same thing. Once he's identified it, kind of figure out what position it in and check to see what it is, then kind of give us a label, because that would be pretty cool. There, shakes fist at moon. Doug, I honestly, like, I'm like a petulant child. Like, I'm out the window looking at the sky going, is it going to be clear? Oh no, the moon's up, all this sort of stuff. I can't control the weather, despite my best intentions. I can't control where the bloody moon is, but yeah, I still get mad, and I take it personally. I go, oh, it's typical, isn't it? Typical the moon's going to be up there. I'm a nightmare for it there. So everyone's there. Can't you use the AI to track and detect them? So in theory, yes. It's just getting it to do it. AI it's an interesting one. Like, it's not as intelligent yet at the minute there, so it takes itself quite a while. That's what we're trying with at the second there, but it really, really struggles, and it outright lies. It will confidently tell you 100% that's what you're looking at, because we've been trying to get to identify the stars, which you should think is semi-easy there, because the star maps are on record there. As humans, we've taken these images of the night sky where all the stars are and labelled them, so it has got something confident to reference. But it'll still go, yeah, that's that one, and you check and go, no, it bloody isn't. Where did you get that from? So at some point, yeah, hopefully we will get that working for it there. There is Chesney again there. He's just passed the brands. I mean, sponsor a satellite, you know, just see yourself going past there. There's JC again, like he's gone past there. Captain Blue Nose has just shot in for the rest. Like when you sponsor an animal zoo there. where were we over on the TikTok? Let's get back to your chat there. It's kind of what pinning comments is supposed to do there. Grab your chat. The problem is with the pinned comments is that how they appear on my chat is that they're actually quite small. Like the text isn't as clear on it as well, so I end up like that, and then they block half of the chat from my window, so I can only see 2 lines at once. And Claire there, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from there? They heard of mods having the power to spotlight them there, so they've all left Earth. Pretty quick, yeah. I mean, if you guys were on it, yeah, they wouldn't get past us then, would they? There, so many relevant accidental jokes. As I lag on there, I don't know. It should be better now. There, what's a pin comment? And Serene there. Where else is the live there? Yeah, so it's on the tubes and it's on Twitch if that's your preferred. But the Twitch is mostly dead. Kate occasionally hides over there when she's doing her creative works. But yeah, mostly it is the tubes and the TikToks. I might sacrifice the Twitch at some point there, because there's no point wasting the extra bandwidth there. So yeah, there we go. I think we're all up to date there. Amber, I just missed your gift there, but thank you for that one. And Agent X there as well for those ones. Appreciate that. All the gifts, subs, members, patrons, all that stuff does go back into the stream, helping us improve what we do. I tell you what, I get so motivated when it's a nice clear night like this and we're getting all the movement. Looks wonderful. I get very, very tempted to get out a credit card and go, right, what's the best camera we can get? I shan't. I'm trying to be a responsible semi-adult, but I get very tempted when it's when we get a Sky like this one. My cursor isn't working now, though. That's why I'm getting tempted to throw that out there. And I figured out there I can still play the live audio when I'm in other apps there. If I have that. Oh, can you really? That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that with the TikTok. The TikTok, again, my experience, I don't use. I'm a YouTube native, so I have no idea what it's like, really, from your point of view there. Or I'm asleep there. You're doing sales, or you're asleep there. Well, let's assume asleep there. The tubes has the cool kids, as Maya says. I'm trying to zoom in on this one, but my mouse is not having it. There it is.
Zoom mode activated.
Nice and steady, this one. Not done anything anomalous just yet. See how many other faint stars are just twinkling away there. That light is not strong enough to penetrate our atmosphere and still be visible to us here. The really faint one there, look, coming up here. Very small. Surprised we can still see that one at this time. So guys, if you are joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. We're coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So lots of strange and anomalous things. That's a fast one coming in across there, look. Yeah, looking out for the strange and anomalous. Do say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're all watching from tonight there. And yeah, keep your eyes out for that anomalous movement there. Stopping dead, changing course or trajectory, and strange speeds. Flashing and colour is interesting too there. We'll zoom in on the good stuff there. Hey, it's going to be a game changer there, Kate. And what's the new chat icons below now? I don't know. I don't know what the old ones were, Agent X. And I can minimise the stream on TikTok there. Can you? Mine doesn't do that, and the few times I've tried. But not going to do it with this one. Thank you, Serene. I expect nothing less. No, so this is the thing, isn't it? This is the live show. We want to be keeping an eye on the skies there. We never know what we're going to get there. Just added quick gifts. What the hell's a quick gift? I don't think I've got that update yet. There. And is it Nikki? Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? There, watching from North East England there. I'm a big fan of Yorkshire. Big fan there. And loving Eyes on the Skies there. Loving that Agent X. And exactly, Doug. With the sunglasses as well. Optional extra. And is that Clenna there? Hello from Illinois. And they say, love that as well. How are your skies tonight? Have you ever seen anything strange? And welcome very much aboard there. So we can see anything to zoom in on yet? No, it's gone a bit quiet. Sadly. What is up with the computer tonight? We bought a brand new computer, didn't we, for this stream? With your help, guys. Back in October, wasn't it? Because TikTok was throwing some funny rules our ways and we couldn't stream. And already this damn computer is temperamental. Never buy Windows, guys. Never buy Windows. It's awful. I just found the stickers. You got to make the most of them there, Agent X. Mod notice sticker there. Yeah, the thing. I want to get that made as a real patch, that one. I need to. I don't even have a tablet anymore. Oh, you know what? I didn't click that one, Kate. But thank you. I'll take that one on board now. So it's the ads automatically get filtered out for me on TikTok, but YouTube doesn't have that. So when people are having internal conversations, I have to read through them to see if it's a conversation. But TikTok, if you're in some, my brain doesn't even see that message. It just goes straight to the next one. It's amazing what happens there. Where's your Agent Exit? We'll have to make you one there. TikTok totally screwed themselves over with this because the stickers were brilliant. We could just make them after every stream, and it was so much fun. And then they changed it around, like limited us to a handful. And it's a shame though. It has been working, kind of. I mean, have you noticed we've not got any of my advert buttons tonight? Because that isn't working now. And everything was lagging. So we're going to have words after the stream there. And I'm in Ashton there, in Makerfield, in Greater Manchester. Have you got the spooky mansion? Is it in Ashton there, in Makerfield there? Or am I thinking of another one? It's 6 hours earlier here there, so I can't see it as well. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I always forget about the time delay. So what are we now? If we're coming up to midnight, so you must, 6 p.m. in the evening. That's nowhere near dark yet. Have you ever had a strange experience, though? I'd love to hear if you have that. And it's big enough to read them, isn't it, there? It really is at the minute. There's one thing works, then the other one doesn't. I think they would be cool. I really do. I'm tempted. Like, we're nowhere near big enough to justify it, but I am tempted to do some merch. I've got some ideas around that one. And there, Agent X there. Thank you for the gifts. And art with a Leanne. We need to do there will be another one of those streams soon, because there is an announcement with that, and we just need to book one of those in. I'm moving near. Is it Lythamson? Oh, to near the coast. Where's that one? What part of the coast is that? Still up your way there, and hide there. Hashtag UFO Watch. I do appreciate that, Matt. It is all of the likes, the shares, the hashtags, the tapping away, stuff like that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. You never know who's going to come in, what knowledge, what experience they're going to have, and at the very least, more eyes on the phenomena, which is always a good thing there. You know, when we see the strange things there, the more witnesses, the better there. I'm tempted. I am very tempted. Few people have asked. But yeah, we did stream stickers, because we have custom stickers that you can drop in. I think you can now do it. Members can now do it on YouTube. But it was definitely like a TikTok thing. We have all these custom stickers for the sightings. We printed them off as real ones, but we do have technically an item, and it's. I really want to drop it now, but we need to drop it in for a specific stream. You'll see it over the next week at some point. You'll see a very different sort of stream title, and come in for that one, and you'll see that there's a very limited edition run of something that we are releasing. Sick bay uniforms needed there. Oh, it's near Blackpool. I'll be up near you, Carl. There. It has to be by the coast. Oh, Doug, you're not wrong there. There is something about the coast, and that is the one downside about living here in the middle of the country there. You know, land all around. I do miss the coast. At least the estuary that we was on, that was nice there. I feel a bit trapped, you know, a little bit there. Proper ID card. Oh, we need them there, X. We do. We need all the mod cards. I request special early access. 100%, Kate. 100%. Slacking there, Kate. No, it's all right. You don't have to repost every night. And the Sainsbury's carrier bag sticker still persists on my phone case. Has it lasted? It's good to know that they've survived. I haven't got any to hand at the minute for those. But the Sainsbury's carrier bag, that was a funny one there. Knowledge buffet, exactly there, Agent X there. And A up, yeah, you know, I'm tempted to do a. Should we do a sneak peek now? A up, what do you think? We've still got a few people in to do a little sneak peek. Or should we do it? I'll see what you think there. 100 comment stickers. It's cool because TikTok just tried to charge me 10 quid for their... What? Bigfoot sticker. I didn't see that. Yeah, there's loads. They were from last summer. They were from the early days there. It's a bit scratched up there. Not the stream stickers there. Put it all your perished. Oh, yeah. I've still got some on my workbook at the minute there. I feel lost when I was living inland for a year. There is part of me that I really do long for the coast now. I haven't thought of a way to kind of scratch that itch at the minute. There. Oh, you got your galactic passport. We'll have to start doing these again. So these were something that we was doing, guys. So these are galactic stream passports, and the idea was that we put your name in there and your details, and they're free there. And it says the holder of this passport is exempt from abduction, invasion, and probing. And there's your name, and it is signed by the head of galactic tyranny there, Alan. And then there's 12 little stamps to get, and they're things like, you know, follow us on TikTok, follow us on YouTube, you join us for a Skywatch, you know, see a shooting star. Each one of them gets you a little stamp in there, and then we post them off as a little souvenir to you guys. But they're a bit. Oh my God, that's a big one. Oh, come on. See, this is another thing what's not working tonight. My mouse isn't coming across.
Zoom mode activated.
And I'm missing everything. I'm going to manually change it. So that one's flared up with brightness. Now that could just be on the orbit of that satellite, just hitting that perfect point there with the solar panels, reflecting that light's back there. But if it flares a second time, that can be anomalous there. Oh, another one coming in there. And it is still so active, even this late. There. Oh, look at that shooting star. Did you... I think TikTokers, you probably missed that one again. That is there. So there's more footage from the North Villano Beach there, recorded by our observers last night. Oh, you know, I still haven't checked it out yet. I need to do that one there. Oh, you've seen the preview there, Maya. And Angry Astronaut got some. Oh, I'll have to check him out. Yeah, I haven't seen his and days there. So I love them. We'll start doing them again for you guys over on the tubes at the second. We'll have to figure out when it quietens down again. We go for a quiet patch and I have time because I end up filling them out on the stream and then it takes bloody forever. But we will roll them out to you guys. So keep asking me, and at some point we'll do it there. Need me a Meter Nordic sticker. There we go. Oh, quick fire Q&A one for the 1 night a week. And I think we need me a sticker pack for my live soon there. Well, they done it in studio. So no, I cheated with the stickers. So you can just upload your own images there. So I AI'd it. I told it what I wanted, and then kept coming back and saying no, change it this. But I did AI the stickers.
Zoom mode activated.
I got money for art. I used to make a lot of things myself back in the day, but I haven't used that skill in about 10 years, so I'm just really bad at it now. Come on, trying to get this one in shot. Oh, it's triangular. Now that triangular shape rather than the roundness there is probably going to be a product of the lens, rather than this being a white triangular UFO. But we can hope, because most of them aren't actually that triangular, which is, I suppose, interesting. So maybe that is anomalous there. Might be stretching it a bit there. And oh, you saw that one. Excellent there. Oh, flashing in B2, Maya. Where is my... Oh, bloody cursor. Right. Here. Okay, so this square is a B2. Looking for another one there. He's got hours of footage there. Ooh. I did start watching one earlier, but I didn't finish it, so maybe that might be one day I watch it with the Obsessions. Oh, who's Obsessions? Well, this is an interesting one. You can see nice and bright. This one isn't triangular, so the lens isn't causing that much of an issue, but this star is triangular, and that is what makes me think that the light from that star, something about that is reflecting in such a way there. So it could be a property of the camera, but look at the size difference there. But that's probably again reflectivity, it's brightness that's gonna do that one. Well, see, this one's smaller, but this is very bright for its size. It's almost got like a pointed top, like a kid's toy rocket. You expect to see the circle window in it, didn't you? After button moon. Again, like another sort of distorted. That's more like a tail around. You can still see the nucleus that's round on that one. Ooh, Can't wait. Remember, we need to see that anomalous behaviour there. We need to see one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects here do something strange there. Shoot off its speed, change course trajectory, anything like that. And then we know we've got something a little bit stranger there. And most have been, they very much have there. And UAPs in Brazil and Colombia there on Extraterrestrial. I think that was the video I started watching, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. I'll have to finish it later there. And Robert, how are you doing there? It's a clear day today, and it's a clear night in Dublin. It's been a lovely and clear, so we're going to make the most out of this one. Oh, I'll have to have a look for that one there, Tank. Thanks. But yeah, that is what we are hopefully going to see is something a little bit strange there. Keep your eyes on them for the movement. Oh no, yeah, I couldn't do the transfer. I had to take it into Photoshop to remove the background. Yeah. PA as in paranormal, as in like, you know, assistant, because I could definitely do it with an assistant there. Yours are much better. I mean, I don't know how you do it in multiple, because if mine doesn't do it in like 2 or 3 goes, and it tends to get worse. I mean, I haven't done any AI art in ages. You're doing quite well with it there, Agent X there. Look, the one you did the other day. It's crazy how accurate he can get now, isn't it there? He does. I do like him there. Some very interesting angles on things, old Extraterrestrial. It's definitely worth a check out there. There's a few interesting bits that he's covered. I can't remember what now, but some of them have stuck out to me there. I bet. I haven't got the patience for it there. If I don't get it in 1 or 2 goes, and that's it. I still want to crank up the brightness a touch. Hold on. Just want to check my settings quickly. Right, the screen's going to move around a bit, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, no, that is the same there as it is there. Okay, ignore me. Just playing with things there. Can we preview the secret there? What AUP hasn't said. So we're waiting for AUP's permission. Might have to wait another night for it there. Might have to do it on its own stream there. And I hope you all have a good day there, and God bless you all. Thank you there, Robert. Then same to you there, matey. Always good to see you there. He did a lot. I don't always agree, but he does every now and again come out with some very, very interesting stuff, and he's willing to air more on things where a lot of others won't, or they go too weird with it. So I do like a lot of the angry stuff. Oh, that was it. Yeah, there was a few things that I think he got very wrong. I thought, well, in my opinion, he got wrong about SpaceX, but the actual other stuff, I'm actually very much on board with it. But I couldn't remember, why is it that I was a bit... Because I used to watch him all the time, and then I kind of came away because but yeah, it was space. It wasn't necessarily the alien stuff. It was more the old space coverage he did. Yeah, I do like him. I mean, if it's going on, if there is this much footage there, Tank, this is the thing. What does that tell us? Tell us about the phenomena, isn't it, there? Because, you know, this is not like the old school little green men coming from, you know, distant planets there. You know, that wouldn't account for just the sheer amount, would it? So it's got to be pointing towards, you know, the activity that is here being either heavily based here, or maybe it is like, you know, another intelligence that shares the planet with us there. Oh, we should have the delivery in the next couple of days. Oh, exciting. I was thinking about that earlier. We have to figure out what we do with the other one now. I think what you should do, Kate, is I'll post you the original one that's round the right way back, and you frame it, take down a family portrait of the kids, put that one up, start competing for space there. Over 10,000 images there. Wow. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. And you know, I'm not surprised because yours are quite good there. I'm sure it will surprise us. The new Lego AI Iran propaganda. I saw some ones that are taking the piss out of, you know, Keir Starmer arresting everybody in Lego City. That was hilarious there. I did that. I have not kept up with it there. Well, now it's compromised there. I like, Kate, that the answer there wasn't hell no, they're pictures of my kids. It was, oh, I can't. I've already told the husband he can't have his interest posters up. Not that go away. There. And North Villarano there and Island Beach are the hotspots there. So why do you think that they are so busy, those particular hotspots there? Because that would imply, I mean, if there's a hotspot for animal activity, you know, normally if there's a den or a food or a water source there's a reason why they collect. So is that maybe being based in those areas there? Well, things are out for hours, yeah. They're almost being very cavalier with it. They know we're not going to do anything about it. Damn right. The mystic ones take a while. I ain't got the patience there. What? Yeah, I have not got that. I would not have got it all right. I was impressed that Teddy was in it though. And Teddy actually looks realistic. So we're talking, guys, about this poster here that Kate lovingly puts it together. There are loads of our crew in it. There, as you can see, plus our name. It's reversed. We're correcting that. So Kate's correcting that one, so that'll change at some point there. But it's actually got one of my parrots in there at the minute. I was quite impressed by. Oh, it's past midnight. Was it past midnight? Crap. I've got work tomorrow, guys, so I'm going to have to come off in a second there. But catch you all later, Maya. Thank you for hanging out. And I watch live with him there, so I know it's not doctored. Oh, no, yeah. I mean, I'm perfectly willing to believe that there is a lot of activity out there. Just think that's very, very interesting, though. It tells us something there, doesn't it? About how much activity there actually is, and what does... Again, it doesn't fit the old school little green men from other planets, at least not exclusively. There's got to be something else to it. Right. Night, Shad. Yeah, I'm going to be winding up now. I haven't seen the posters, but I did some props for the Disney Museum. That's pretty cool. What were they? And anyway, I'm going to come off now, guys, because I need to get up for work, and I'm trying to be a better human and not neglect the rest of my life, but it is tempting to stay on a clear night. Hopefully, we got lucky tonight, guys. Hopefully, the gods will favour us tomorrow, and we'll have another awesome Skywatch, and lovely, clear one. Maybe not, but we'll see how it goes. In fact, what is the weather? Because it's always changing. Let's have a look. What are we looking at now for tomorrow night? Wait, tomorrow is Thursday night. There. Oh, okay, mostly cloudy. Well, it's not raining, so that is actually an improvement of what it was planning to do. So yeah, maybe we'll get lucky with another Skywatch there. But thank you, guys, and yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow for some form of stream. Maybe it'll be the surprise one there. Oh, I've not seen that one. I have to check that one out there on Angry's channel there. But thank you, everybody, again, for hanging out with us, as always, there. Do appreciate you all. Look forward to hanging out with you every night as well there. So, yeah, fingers crossed tomorrow we could do another Skywatch there. But, again, thank you so much. We'll catch you all then. Make sure, you know, you're following, subscribed, then that way you hopefully get that notification when we go live. Likely to be around 10 PM at UK time if we are doing a Skywatch there, because it's just getting so late that it is getting dark there.